last week. We got it all resolved. We're going to be over in Jonesboro tonight. The Nature Boy, the Superstar, and the Dutchman. We got it all put together, and we're going to be there tonight, right, brother?
Everything's all resolved. Where's Dutch Mantell?
Yeah, where is that? He's probably drunk somewhere. Look, Bill, I've told you all along, I'm tired of carrying the load. You too, man. We've taught that boy everything he knows. He's nothing but a tobacco-spitting redneck. He cramps my style. You know he cramps your style. I'm trying to tell you, open your eyes. We've been working our tails off and feeding him, too. He's nothing but a free meal. I'm tired of it. I know you're tired of it. Lance Russell, look here. Three-piece, look how we're dressed, right? Now, Dutch is going to...
But he's not bad. He ain't really that bad, man.
Hey, baby.
Come on in, Dutch.
Sorry I'm late. Bill, okay. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Baby? I thought you were going to call me.
I did call you. 8 o'clock, I called you. I called Budrow, and we both made it here.
Yeah, no, you didn't call me, Bill.
I did. I sure did.
Okay,
Hey, Budrow, we called you, baby. Budrow called you, too, man.
Okay, look, I'm on next, right?
Yeah,
okay,
you
look,
got a match coming up here.
Look, I'm going to go and get my stuff on. I'll be right back, all right? I'm going to go and get dressed. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hey, Dutch. Come here, man. Yeah. Well, we called you, Dutchman. We love you. Budrow loves you.
You love me, Budrow?
Yeah, he loves you. And we're pals.
You're my friend, baby.
Wait a minute, buddy. Just let me say something here. Dutch, I hate to call the gentleman a liar. I believe he's talking out of both sides of his mouth. I would like... Hey, come on now, buddy. I just want him to see something. Is there any way that we can take that last match and roll back about the last 30 seconds of it? No, wait a minute, Dutch. I want you to stay here just a second. This is not going to take. Can we roll it back and catch part of that Casey Mantell match, the end of it? I just want him to see exactly what kind of a friend he's talking about. Dutch, come on now. You know me a long time, and I'm not trying to give you any kind of curve or anything. I just want you to look. I want you to see something about this guy. Can we get it? Are they working on it right now? What we want.
He is a troublemaker.
Is it ready? Okay, no. All right. Now remember the little altercation you had with Landau. Don't block the screen. I want him to see the last 30 seconds or so of it. Now keep your eye on Mantell, Dutch. Just leave me alone. Dutch says, hey, you want some of me? Calling you a tobacco spit instead he's... Did he not say you guys been carrying him?
No. Come on, let's get it.
Hey, come here, buddy. Come here. Now, he ain't got no reason to lie about it. Now, what did you do it for? Why you been talking about?
Hey, all he said was they've been carrying you. They've been winning all the matches. Nothing but a tobacco spitting old redneck.
What'd you say? Dutch, will you quit fighting, man?
Hey, wait a minute, buddy. I'm gonna tell you, Bill. We don't get along. Now you got it patched up the other night.
We patched it up again. Don't let him start something, man.
Why
did you replay the damn thing?
Because he ought to know what he's saying about him before he ever got out here.
Come on, Dutch, shake hands.
Wait a minute, Bill. You're taking the wrong side, buddy. I was with you a long time, and he comes in. Don't take up for him. Now, don't take up for him. He can't help it that he claims his father. He's a redneck, okay? I'm telling you for the last time.
Will you just quit
Pile them gums off at me, boy.
Dutch, just hang on here. Will you just... Dutch, please. I didn't know you got it.
Dutch, it's not the place. Gonna get bad. I'm telling you, we need somebody to help. They got Dutch busted wide open in here. Hit him with that boot, knuckled him. Mantell being murdered by Buddy Landell and Bill Dundee. Dundee siding with Landell in this situation. Slam Dutch's head down on the edge of our desk. Takes two of them to do it. I'm not happy about it, but I'll tell you what, he ought to know.
He can't tell us what to do.
Don't you do it, Bill. If you do it, well, there you see it. All we wanted to do was to let everybody know exactly the kind of characters that you're dealing with when you're dealing with Dundee and Landell and all. And at least Mantell, while we've got no love for some of the things that Dutch has done recently, he deserved to know exactly what was being said and what was done about him in the back end. Yeah, boy, he's busted. He hit the edge of this desk here, Ed, and split his head wide open. Yeah, okay, we're going to take time out here, and we'll be back in just a moment. Hey, we're waiting now for all the troops to get in here, and here come a couple of them. And we got four of them heading to the ring. We're ready for our next tag team action, Dave.
It'll be one fall 15-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total weight of 419 pounds, both out of Memphis, Tennessee, David Johnson and Jim Jamison. Going against him at a total of 438 pounds. From Australia, the superstar, the living legend, Bill Dundee, his partner from Los Angeles, California, the nature boy, Buddy Landell. Landell wearing the Mid-America belt, Dundee wearing the Southern title. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Jeff Jarrett is the referee.
I don't want to say anything about Landell's robe as to the quality of it, but I noticed it's shedding. I see some of the fur coming off on the ground down there. Dundee slipping off his outer suit, and we'll be ready to go as Jeff Jarrett says, come on, Billy, let's get this thing underway. And, I see, when you're the champion, you don't have to hurry for anybody. All right, David Johnson starting out against the superstar. But let's take time.
Dundee has just called time out here.
Sure.
Referee's saying, come on, we don't have time out here. Let's go. Oh, Dundee. Going after young David Johnson. Johnson with a chop. Dundee just open hand slapped him across the face.
Obviously, outclassed Jamison and Johnson. Just will tell it like it is. Dundee and Landell, both single title holders. Oh, boy, that elbow crucified David Johnson. He's still hanging in there, trying to battle his way back.
Boy, the both of them are vicious here today. Landell and Dundee. Landell must have taken a cue from Dundee, and when he stepped through there, he has just been pounding first Johnson and now Jim Jamison. Oh, Jamison literally knocked halfway across the ring by Dundee. Body slam. Dundee didn't just body slam him, he threw him down.
He did, right in the middle of the Now he's going over, slapping David Johnson. Jamison trying to battle his way back, but Dundee leaned back. Slick move to nail him with the bottom of his foot right in the face. He is back on top of him, and there's the tag on the nature boy. Landell.
Ooh. What a chop he put on him. Both of them just unrestrained here today. They are just going all out, working over Jim Jamison and David Johnson. We're about 2 minutes into the action. And it's been all Landell and Dundee.
Boy, and you called it right. All Landell and Dundee. They have been pumping on Johnson and Jamison. holding him down right now. Slaps him a little across the face. Bang! Big right hand in the midsection, but Dundee right back at him, and he slams him into the ropes, and referee Jeff Jarrett says, come on, back it up, keep the fist open.
Dundee, double fist across the back of the neck. Jamison thrown out of the ring, down on the floor. Dundee out there after him. Oh, body slam right on the floor.
David Johnson coming down to try to help his partner out. The referee running Dundee back to the corner finally.
Coming up on 3 minutes in this match. 15 minutes is the overall time limit. David Johnson helping Jim Jamison back up on the ring apron.
Trying to get the referee to back Dundee up. He does not back up. He drops an elbow just as Jamison comes through.
And his knee buckle there. Dundee goes after Johnson over in the corner.
Boy, he nailed him, knocked him right off the ring. And Dundee right back on Jamison, tags Buddy Landell.
Drops down on Jamison.
Coming around to the 4-minute mark where, what, 3.5 minutes?
That was a count of 3. That's it. Yeah, we were at 3 minutes, 36 seconds, and that is it as Landell got the 3 count on him. Dundee and Landell celebrating a victory here. An overpowering victory, I might add, over Jim Jamison and David Johnson.
They were, no excuse in that. Buddy Landell, they beat the stew out of him. Now Landell and Dundee are showing what big men they are. Oh, Johnson thrown over the top rope. Hey, come on.
Landell is just attacking the referee.
That'll cost you. Jeff Jarrett refereeing this match, and Landell just slammed him. There goes Jamison out of the ring. Here comes Jerry Jarrett, Jeff Dad in, and he nails Dundee. Nails Buddy Landell, and right back at Dundee. This is Jerry's son that was refereeing. Landell got him from behind. And Dundee slams him with a right, puts him down on the deck. Come on, this thing's getting out of hand now. God, Dundee's going for his eyes, Dave. He's only got one good eye in there. Come on. Up a year out of high school, and they jump on him in there because he's trying to stop them from doing the damage they were doing to Jamison and all.
Kid just doing his job here. And then his dad comes out to help him. They know Jerry's only got one good eye, and they go after it.
And start gouging in the eye. That's the sickest thing I ever saw. I'll tell you one thing, that is absolutely ridiculous. With guys, something's got to be done about guys. I've had enough people, and I know you have too, Dave, say, are you guys just going to let Dundee take over the entire program? And the answer to that is no. Something's going to be done about it, because I'll tell you one thing. I know Marlon's going to do something, Jerry will do, and I can guarantee you this is one place I'm not objective about the thing. It's ridiculous. It's bad enough when they come out here and do some of the things they do to like Jamison and Johnson. Sure, they're their opponents. You go in there, you beat them in that. But you don't start beating them around. And then you jump on a kid just out of high school like that. Then his dad comes out and tries to protect him naturally. And the next thing you know, they're in there digging at his eye, the only eye. He's got one bad eye. And they're digging at the only good eye he had. Something's got to be done about that.
You're
That is sick.
absolutely right.
Sick. Okay, coming over to talk to us, and Dutch, thank you very much for coming out here in a miserable situation.
Okay, I want to say one thing, you know. What I just saw here, and it's no big secret that I fell out with Landale and Dundee, and I'm glad I did, baby, because they was making my life miserable. But I know how to correct things, so I got out. I bailed out first. But I'm going to tell you one thing. What they just did here, and I tell you, it takes a lot of guts to beat up an 18 or 19-year-old kid.
Deal.
A year out of high school, it takes a lot of guts, Dundee and Landale, to go out and knock him out. But to go ahead, and you know Jerry Jarrett has only one good eye, and you were going for the other one, gentlemen. We saw you right here on the tube, baby. The tube don't lie. You were going for his other eye. Now, I could not. I've done a lot of bad things in my time, but I've never tried to purposely take out somebody's eye, baby, because I know what it's like. Now, I'm going to say, I'm watching my back, baby, because I got that door jeered, Jack. If they come in, I'm going to knock them in the next week. Now, I heard Eddie Marlin out here, and he took it upon himself to see if he could get Jerry Lawler back here. And I hope to God he does, because if anybody can help me out, it's Jerry Lawler. But see, what Dundee and Landale don't know about Jerry Lawler is he is a friend of the family, and he watched that kid, Jeff Jarrett. He watched him since he was yay-high to a jackrabbit grow up, and he's like family. And if he thinks he's going to let this go by unanswered, it's not going to happen. Now, I'll tell you, Landale and Dundee, don't get so glory happy in the back and all gloated up, baby, because you went ahead and knocked Jeff Jarrett out, but I've checked him in the back, and he's going to be all right.
Eddie.
I got Jerry Lawler on the phone, and can we get him hooked up in here? Because he wants to talk to us. He's on the phone.
You got a hold of him?
Right now?
Yeah, if you can get him in here.
Up?
Bob, is there any way to get get the phone? Can we get the phone back? I don't know, Eddie, but we'll try right now. You got Lawler on the phone right now? Okay. We're going to, I hope you'll bear with us just a second, but I think it's important enough for us to take the time out to see if we can get all this hooked up. Eddie, I don't know whether we'll need to get the operator to switch this in here or not. Whatever we need to do, let's try to do it, because I think it's that, huh? Will it come out any further, Bob, or is that...
Get the mic over there. He wants to talk to the people.
Yeah, okay. See if we can get this rig out here.
Hold on, people. We're going to get him on his phone in just a minute.
Okay, let's see.
There he is. There he is.
Hey, Jerry, can you hear us?
Is this Eddie?
Huh? No, this is Lance. Eddie's out here with me, Jerry.
Okay, Lance, yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, good.
All right, listen, you know, I just talked with Eddie just a moment ago, and I was sitting at home watching this whole thing take place, and you know, I mean, this has just gone way past what anything should ever be like this allowed to happen.
Amen.
And ridiculous. I think everybody knows, it's no secret to anybody, that I hate Bill Dundee's stinking guts, and everybody knows that I have hated being away from town. I hated having to lose the loser leave town and not being able to wrestle there in my home area. But what has taken place today, Lance, even goes far beyond that. You know, the fact that I hate Dundee and the fact that I hate not being able to wrestle in my own hometown, that goes without saying. But what I've just watched take place here today, Dutch has already talked about it, you know, to see my friend Jerry Jarrett, and a lot of people don't realize what kind of friends we are. You know, Jerry and I have been friends, and we go back a long, long way through thick and thin. When Jerry was struggling, you know, trying to start his own wrestling promotion, I stuck with him then and helped struggle along while this thing wasn't successful, and helped make it successful, and give the wrestling fans in this area what I think is the best promotion anywhere in the country. And there have been a lot of wrestlers, and Lance, you know them as well as anybody, that have come through here and have gone on to what they thought were maybe bigger and better things, and have not shown any loyalty or any friendship, and have not stuck by. But I have always stuck with Jerry Jarrett, and I've stuck with the fans in this area because I love them, and I love him, and the people here know that, you know, he stuck by me all the way through, too. And I am going to be here. After losing this loser leave town match, it's true, I've had to get on an airplane every week, and I've had to fly all the way across the country, all the way across the ocean to different parts of the world to wrestle. And believe me, Lance, I hate it. I'd rather be right here at home with the people that I know and love and the fans that I've wrestled for all of these years and that I want to continue wrestling for. And now I have an opportunity to come back here and do it. And Eddie Marlin has called me and asked me to come back, and I told Eddie before Sure, Bill Dundee will probably sue because there was a signed and sealed contract. That's all he can do is sue, and I think that Jerry and Eddie Marlin have enough money to keep Bill Dundee tied up in court from now until doomsday if they have to. But what we can do is take care of some business in the ring right away. So I'm already booked to wrestle in other parts of the country this week. I'm going to cancel whatever bookings I have. And Dundee and Landale, I want you to know, boys, the King is coming back to town, and I will be there. And
Jerry, just a second.
Jerry, this is Dutch. Can you hear me?
I hear you, Dutch.
Okay, look, I know you saw what happened. I'm disgusted with it, but I know we go back a long way, brother. But we got one thing in common. We don't like Dundee, and I don't know if you like Landale or not, but let me tell you, he's a low-life, egg-sucking dog, baby. So if you'll be my partner, I guarantee you, I had Billy Travis as a partner, but, you know, a lot of, he's a good rusher, but he's just not there yet, Jerry. So if you'll be my partner, I guarantee the fans sitting at home that we're going to take care of business, and we're going to take care of it the only way we know how, and that's to kick their butts all over that ring, Jack.
Well, I think that pretty well tells how Dutch feels about it, and I know how you feel about it, knowing how close you are to Jerry.
Well, Lance, I just want to say this. You know, I thought I felt as bad as I've ever felt in my life when I lost the loser leave town match.
Yeah, I know that.
Just a few minutes ago, when I had to sit here on television and watch Jerry Jarrett come out there, and knowing the kind of pride that's inside that guy, and to see him standing there and cry in front of hundreds of thousands of people here on television, because I know his feelings. I know what he's thinking. He's thinking, he's feeling like he's not even a man who's able to help out his own son when he needs him. And I know what kind of emotion had to be going on inside him, and I felt it too. And I want to say this to Dutch. I fought hard against you, Dutch, and I fought hard with you, and you've done the same thing with and against me. And all I want you to do is promise me that Monday night, not only Monday night, but any chance we get a hold of these jerks, Dundee and Landale, that you will fight just as hard as with me as you have against me in the past. And I promise you, and I promise the fans, and I'm promising Jerry and Jeff Jarrett that we will take care of Dundee and Landale, and they're going to know what it's like to have somebody trying to put them out once and for all. We'll do it, Dutch.
Okay, I give you my word, baby. We're going to stay together. We're going to teach these guys a lesson.
I'm telling everybody, the King is back, and they're going to know it.
Okay, Jerry, we got to get it on here. Thank you very much for all of it. I'm glad Ed got in touch with you. We'll see you this week, my boy.
Let him sue.
Okay, thank you, Bob.
It ain't going to do him good. Like you said, the King is back and the Dutchman's with him, and when we get together, things are going to happen. Thanks, Ed.
Go get him, Dutch. Ed, thank you very much.
Phil and Jerry Lawler.
It's long overdue, I can tell you, and I know you feel the same way I do.
Nature Boy, Buddy Landale. And brother, let me tell you something. The Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee is rocking and rolling with this exciting action. Lawler and Mantell fired up, Lance, and they hit that ring steaming.
Boy, I'll tell you, smoking is exactly right. Bill Dundee and Buddy Landale tried to grab an edge, but Lawler and Mantell came in there. Dundee throws a chair in the ring at Lawler and Mantell. Dutch picks it up, and the referee now dumps it back out of there.
Here, Bill. Hey.
Hey, excuse us, as the bell is sounded, Dundee came over, his big shot, knocking the announcers around, but Lawler and Mantell come in rocked, and Lance, you had to put this down to get away from Dundee. He's insane.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Billy is just letting it all get to him till he is sick. Another chair heaved in there. Boy, I'm telling you. Used to have a little respect, Randy, for Dundee because the guy is such a terrific talent for his physical size, but he has gone berserk, absolutely. And I still think the analysis was correct. He thought he had everything his way. Somebody came back in here that was going to challenge him a little bit. He had to fall in out with Mantell, and he can't stand it. Just can't stand it. Jerry Lawler in. Buddy Landell crawls through. Nobody can keep him quiet, Bill. Good night. They came here to see exactly this. Dundee looking around for another chair or a ball bat or something. Lawler and Landell. Woo! And Landell nailed Dundee. Lawler got out of the way. Boy, he nailed Dundee good. Landell was going to fool Lawler after the first one and get right back on him. He's checking Billy over. Dundee's one eye is already still about half closed. Lawler waiting on Landell to come back in here. Well, I'll tell you, it's hard to concentrate on the match, having to look out for Dundee and Landell, Randy.
Listen to that.
Yeah. Landell saying, oh, I could beat him just like that, and snapped his fingers if I wanted to. Well, they tie up in the middle of the ring. There's a tag on the Dutchman, who grabs Landell's arm and rips him. Can assure you that Mantell has no fond feelings for Buddy Landell. Mantell didn't even like Landell when they were wrestling and supposed to be halfway friends along with Dundee. Buddy in the corner, ripped with a right hand from Lawler. Dutchman goes after Dundee. Boy, and Dutch firing that foot out there, kicks Landell down. Lawler setting up for a pile driver, and the referee Jerry Calhoun grabs him. He's counting on him. So Lawler settles for letting loose and ripping Landell one. Jerry cuts him off as he was going to tag Dundee. Coming up as we pass the 4.5-minute mark, on the 5-minute mark. And Landell firing back on Lawler. Tag on Dundee. Big slam. Dundee on the top rope.
Bill hits the mat as Lawler gets out of the way. Lawler saying, oh yeah, I was waiting on you. Rips Bill with that right hand. Picks Dundee up. Nails him in that eye again. Goes on the floor after him. Just the kind of war we figured you'd be seeing. And here it is. Woo! And the Dutchman slams Dundee. Bill's face busted wide open. Good night. Lawler going after that eye, trying to close it again. Dundee pushing Mantell away. Lawler doubled up on the floor. Dundee over and kicks Lawler right in the head. Billy bleeding profusely. Whew, boy, I'm telling you, they busted Dundee wide open, Randy.
Oh, let me tell you something. He hurt that eye about a week ago, something like that. Lawler came out firing, really worked on it, busted open. Dundee's badly cut open, but they've turned the advantage with a cheap shot, I may add, Lance, and now Lawler's in trouble.
Jerry down on the deck, and he is now being picked up by Landell. And Landell rips him hard. Dundee coming over and hits him right through the roof. Slammed into the desk. Lawler and Mantell bashed from behind, fighting back with Dundee. As Dundee slams the Dutchman's head into the steps, takes a rope, going after Lawler to choke him. He's got Jerry around the throat with that rope. Well, I didn't expect any wrestling, but I sure didn't know that I expected to see this kind of war. Lawler down. His face being gouged by Dundee. Lawler now bleeding. They've got Jerry busted open. Bill. Ooh. Rip. Dundee fired away at the King. Here comes Landell from behind. Bill's got a chain, and he nails Landell. Lawler ducked out of the way. Look at the King go. Tags Dutch. All four of them in the ring. Landell busted open by the chain from Dundee. Lawler banging away on Landell as Dutch and Dundee are up in the crowd. The King slams Landell. He is bleeding all over. He is really cut. Dutch brings Dundee back. Dundee covered with blood. Landell split wide open where Dundee hit him with that chain trying to hit Lawler. Bill out on the floor. Dutch holding up Landell for Lawler. And as Dundee comes back in, Mantell across the ring. Out of the ring, Dundee goes. Dutch got him and pitched him right out, holding Landell. Oh, he is just absolutely slaughtered. Once again, Dundee down on the deck. He's out on the concrete. Lawler and Mantell have got Landell in the middle. And Lawler blasts Dundee out. Well, Bill's getting back a little of what they gave to Jim Jamison. Here comes Dundee. Pitched out of the ring, and look at Landell. He's saying, the referee says ring the bell. Landell is covered with blood. Lawler is bleeding.
Stopping the match because I don't think Buddy can continue. The match is stopped. Lawler and Dutch Mantell are the winners of the match.
Dundee going after referee Jerry Calhoun, who stopped the match because Landell was bleeding so bad. And Dundee getting his head hammered on this desk. Landell soaked with blood. Smashed by Lawler.
1, 2, 3.
One more time.
The bout is over. What was the time, Randy? Not that it makes one bit of difference.
12:45.
12 minutes, 45 seconds. The battle goes on. Dundee and Landell leaving. The winners, Jerry Lawler, Dutch Mantell, as the referee stops it because Landell was bleeding so bad.
Before I get started on this interview, let me say first of all that there's nothing that I wanted more in the world than to be here live on television today and see all the wrestling fans and get a chance to thank everybody for being in attendance last week, talk to Lance and everybody. But as most of you know, I still have some commitments that were made before I was able to, before the situation occurred that I was able to come back here and wrestle full time. Some bookings, some places that I have to wrestle, that commitments that I just couldn't get out of, and today happens to be one of them. This being this showing on Saturday, I have to wrestle in another part of the country tonight, and so I'm having to do this interview a day early. Now, I do know one thing. I do know that Buddy Landell and Bill Dundee are in the studio live today, and I do know that they're going to hear every word I say, and I want you two jerks to listen. I want you to listen real good. Now, it's no secret to anybody that last week, the return of the King, I mean, it was overflow crowds. I haven't seen crowds like that in I don't know how long, and believe me, the electricity, the excitement that was in the air, Oh, boy, it was tremendous. And I want to thank each and every one of you people for being there, and I hope that I lived up to what I told you I was going to do, and believe me, I'm not through yet. Now, Dundee, you and Lantel, I just want to say this. I hate your stinking guts, and you know, my parents always brought me up saying, don't hate anybody. Because no matter how bad somebody seems, there's a little bit of good in them. There's some redeeming quality. But Dundee, you and Landale have to be the exceptions to the rule. There's not 1 ounce of good in either one of you stinking jerks. And you proved that last week. You showed your true colors. When you're out in the ring, right here on television, when you're in the ring wrestling, and there's a young kid, Jeff Jarrett, 18 years old, just out of high school, and he's trying to break into professional wrestling. He's starting out the only way he knows how, learning the ropes by being the referee. And everybody has to know that the kid's scared to death in there because he's in an unfamiliar surrounding. He's trying to do the best job he can. And then Landale, you and Dundee have to take advantage of this kid and bust him up. Now that takes real tough guys, doesn't it? That takes a real man to beat up a 17-year-old kid when you're an experienced professional wrestler. I hope you're real proud of yourselves. But that wasn't the worst of it. The worst of it was when Jerry Jarrett, Jeff's father, tries to come to his rescue, a man who everybody saw come right out here on television and explain about the disease that he had in his eyes, histoplasmosis, that cost him the complete vision of one eye and almost cost him the sight of his other eye. And then you two jerks, when you got him down, and it took 2 of you to do it, you go after that one good eye. And not only did you try to take away his sight, but you were taking away his manhood. Because you see, here was a father who's trying to come to the aid of his son, and you jerks showed him that he wasn't able to do that anymore. Well, let me tell you something. There's a word that you two idiots probably don't know the meaning of, and that word is friends. And Jerry Jarrett's got friends, brother, and I'm one of them. And a friend is a person who, when that person is hurting, his friend feels what he feels. And when I sat and watched on television and I saw Jerry Jarrett down there, and then I saw him have to go out in front of those people crying because he realized that he could no longer protect his son, that he realized that he wasn't the man that he used to be, I felt that. And all the hundreds of thousands of people, the other friends of his, felt that too. Well, let me tell you something, Dundee. I am his friend, and I'm going to do what he wasn't able to do. I'm going to come back for you. And this time, brother, there's not going to be anybody to pull me off of you. There's not going to be anybody to stop this match. You know, when Dutch won that last match, I was upset. I told the referee, no, don't stop it. Keep it going, because, Dundee, I wasn't finished with you. And believe me, I'm not finished with you. The king is coming back, brother. And I'm going to do to you what everybody is waiting for. I'm going to get rid of you once and for all. If you think last week was something, believe me, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because the people are waiting for it, Dundee. They are sick to death of you. They have had it up to here with you, and so have I. And I'm going to do something about it. When I get in the ring with you next time, Dundee, the king is back. And it's going to be all over for you and Landale.
Okay.
Got a 1-fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up here. Introducing, at a total of 451 pounds, out of Memphis, Tennessee, both of them, Jim Jamison and his partner David Haskins, going against them at a total weight of 438 pounds. From Australia, the superstar Bill Dundee and his partner from Los Angeles, the Nature Boy, Buddy Landell. This match 1-fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Well, here again, I feel sorry for Jamison because he's caught with the fury that Dundee has going, and Dundee starts right out ripping him. with the fist. Jim Jamison, David Haskins going against the rugged team of Landell and Bill Dundee. Dundee just opens right up, slamming away.
With a doubled up fist. He's
with tape on it.
With tape on it, not even trying to hide it. He's just pounding him.
Yeah. These are the guys that, listen, Dundee will be the first one to talk to you about, oh, I came for a wrestling match. I wanted to do all of the wrestling. Oh, yeah, the go-behinds and all that. Forget that. Street fighting, that's exactly what he's best at. David Haskins takes a tag from Jim Jamison, and he comes in and catches the fury of Landell. There's a tag on Dundee. Billy.
Dundee going after Haskins much the same way he was Jim Jamison, just grabbing him by the throat and hitting him with a fist. Haskins down on the mat. Dundee jumps him with a boot. Now Dundee back to the corner. Tag on Landell. Landell sets up with an upper arm as Haskins came off the rope. Drop kick.
Big drop kick from Landell. That's about the first wrestling move I've seen out of the two of them.
Yeah, you're right. Here's Dundee back in. Landell with a parting shot. Big broad arm across the back. Haskins down on the mat. Dundee yelling something at him. Jim Jamison over in the corner trying to cheer Haskins on. Landell in. Grabbed him with he looked like a headlock. He's got him in a somewhat of a headlock. Landell shoves him back to the corner, and the tag made on Jim Jamison. Jamison comes back in, and wow, was he staggered by Buddy Landell. Dundee smacks him with that taped right fist. Landell hits him once as he's leaving.
Ref, all they're doing is using a fist in there for crying out loud. Boy, it just gets you so hot. I feel just like all the fans that have written in about Dundee and Landell. They're trying to take things over. They just ruin a doggone good sport with the kind of attitude that they got. What happened to Dundee's eye? You know and I know he had it coming. And more.
Dundee hammers Jamison again. Jamison trying to make it over to the corner. Didn't quite get there for the tag on Haskins. 3.5 minutes gone, and most of it has been Dundee doing what he's doing right now. Right fist, one after another.
Jamison down on his face on the mat. Haskins just got knocked off the ring apron. Big slam. He just dumped him over all the way to the rope. Jamison is about out on his feet as Dundee takes a parting shot at him, leaving the ring. Oh, man.
Landell hit him with a chop. Wow.
Get a close-up of this, father.
Boy, Bill, you're a really big deal.
Landell again hammering him.
Jim bleeding from the mouth. His face, he's out on his feet about. He's just been pounded to a pulp. As Dundee takes off again on him. Jamison down on his face. Oh, they're feeling real good about what's going on in there. 1, 2, 3.
Haskins went in to help Jamison, and he was drop-kicked out of the ring by Landell. And now Dundee and Landell both grab him again. They've won the match. They beat him to a pulp, and that's not enough.
Come on, Jerry. Get him out of there.
Thrown down onto the floor.
Boy, I'll tell you, when I said sick, I mean sick. Both of you guys, I hope you're proud of yourself. You pounded around.
I'm going to kill you, both to me.
You're going to have to face him. Don't. All right. Somebody out here to help Jameson. Boy, the poor son of a gun that led these guys. Get him out. Come on, Bill. Lost your mind. Oh, come on. If you need some more help. Hey, I'll tell you what, we'll take a break and see if we can get some.
The referee starts the count. The first one to get to his feet will be the winner. It's a 10 count. Referee Jerry Calhoun has explained with both of them down that the first one who answers the 10 count will be the winner. The first one up will be the winning team. The first one to get to his feet will be the winner. They're both up. But Dutch was on top of Landell. Seconds. The winners will be Dundee, or rather Lawler and Mantell. The 26th ball, 48 minutes, 57 seconds. The winners Lawler and Mantell. Of Landell. Now it's in the corner. You would think after... Well, here they come out of the dressing room to try to separate this action. Everybody in the ring trying to hold them apart. Landell still goes after Mantell. Dundee after Lawler. What a brawl. Classic proportions. World War III in action. Lawler and Dundee swinging and slashing at each other still. Still trying to pull them apart. Intensity you won't believe. bell time, and we are flat ready to have an interesting tag match coming up here, Dave.
You're right. Dundee and Landell going against Frank Morrell and David Haskins. Frank Morrell's going to be starting for his team. It's Dundee, the superstar, going for his. Morrell and a half-field him across the ring. Tag made by Frank Morrell. Here's David Haskins. Haskins with a good drop kick put Dundee down on the mat. Oh, Dundee was set up, and Haskins ran right into a fist. Buddy Landell jumps in there, and now both of them working on David Haskins. Dundee steps out. Landell, chop, a fist.
Landell's got a wicked chop, boy. I'll guarantee you.
He makes the tag now on Dundee. Dundee. Grabbing Haskins, backs him to the ropes, fires him across the ring. Clothesline. Dundee quickly to the corner, made the tag on Buddy Landell. Landell back in now. You're right, he uses that chop. Also, when he uses that right fist, he lets it fly, too.
Frank over in the corner is a guy that has the nature to wrestle Dundee and Landell. He's a rough and tough son of a gun, and he doesn't mind doing all of the things that it may take against guys like this to do it. David's a little more reserved, tries to follow the rules a little, and when you get in there with guys like Dundee and Landell, you can't do it. You just flat got to give it to them before they give it to you, because they're going to do it, friend. Dundee drives him down into the mat.
Yeah, we're coming up on the 2-minute mark in this one. Bill Dundee with David Haskins down on the mat. Frank Morrell steps in to kind of break things up a little bit. Buddy Landell, upper arm, David Haskins hit the mat. They're keeping Haskins over close to their corner, too, trying to keep him away from the tag on his larger partner, Frank Morrell.
Yeah, Frank started out. He made the tag on David, and we're in a situation where David has not been able to get out of there, Dave, since Haskins got in.
Well, they've kept him in, and the team of Landell and Dundee able to make quick tags. They're able to tag in and out very frequently since they're over so close to their corner to begin with. Look at Dundee using that right fist. Just time after time. Referee finally stepped in between them. Warns Dundee. Dundee turned and said something to Frank Morrell over in the corner.
And look at this. Landell slamming him from behind. I tell you, it's all I can do to keep from grabbing that rope on that bell and just ringing the son of a gun. It's not our position to do that, but it really makes you hot, these guys.
Landell put the flip on David Haskins. Now he's got some sort of chin lock on him there. A body slam. Landell goes over and distracts the referee. Look at Dundee. He came off the top rope. As he leaves, he put a boot on the side of David Haskins' head. Now they make a tag. Landell steps out. Dundee dancing around saying, come on. Dundee clotheslines Haskins, leaves him lying in the ring. Landell picks him up. Morrell, meanwhile, nails Dundee. Look out, Landell goes for the figure 4 leg lock. He's got it. That's going to be it.
Yeah.
Bell time.
Smart move for David to give it up right there, because Landell, both of these guys can wrestle. We've never seen anything else but their attitude is so lousy, and the stuff that they do in there is just absolutely makes you so hot. You want to get a gun after the guys. David Haskins had to submit. What was the time, Dave?
4 minutes, 14 seconds. 4:14.
4 minutes, 14 seconds, and they come up with a submission win as Dundee and Landell get the win. No, you know I'm not coming over there, Bill. There's a microphone. If you guys have got anything halfway decent to say, try to... I'm not getting over there.
Budlow, that's okay.
Let him sit over there, because there's a word in this country. Now, I didn't invent it, because where I come from, the word doesn't exist, and it's called discrimination, Daddy. That don't happen in Australia, because it's a man's world over there. They got a white Australia policy. That means you got to look like me to live there. And Lance Russell, you're going to get sued, Daddy. Now, all I got to say is, Budrow, they have discriminated against us every time we got in the ring. Lawler's buddy, the referee, stops the match. They hold up their head and they say they win. Then here comes Jeff Jarrett and some old stumblebum by the name of Jackie Fargo in Memphis, Tennessee. That punk Daddy's the promoter. He wants to do anything he wants to do. And he awards him the match. And they write it down in the book and say they win. Nobody has ever beat us, Budrow, right?
Never.
Nobody. Nobody. We're 60-minute men in and out of the ring. Ask the ladies if you don't believe us. Now, they keep saying they're beating our brains. It's not happening, Russell. It never happened, Dave Braff. We have whooped them from pillar to post. But all of a sudden, they say, they beat you. Landell and Dundee got beat. We beat Jeff Jarrett. We beat Fargo. We beat Lawler. We beat Mantell. We beat Jerry Jarrett. And a couple of months ago, I beat up old Border Bags himself, Eddie Marlin. And they keep saying we can... Budrow, we are great. We're a hell of a... We are great, baby. You ought to look at it at the greatest...
Okay, Bill.
That's right.
That's enough. That's enough, you guys. Just take it right on out of here. That's all you need.
Hey, if you can't tell us to come to the set, you can't tell us to leave us, all right? And we ain't leaving. We're going to give 1 million people... Oh, no.
You know, yeah, let me tell you something. You pulled my string out here. You come out here. We give you the microphone to do the interview.
Yeah, you made me
and once you come out here, and if you came out here and told the truth, and came out here and simply say that every time you climbed in the ring with Lawler and Mantell, you have lost a match in there. Every one of them. I don't care how it looks. That is exactly what the answer is.
Don't say we lost. Don't ever say we lost. I don't want you to tell the people we lost, and I don't want none of them rednecks to tell them we lost. Because if you say it, I'll slap your teeth out, and Budrow will slap anybody over there's teeth out and say it. Now, we didn't lose.
Just look at the end result of it. Now, you can make any kind of excuse, and you're the guys that say, I don't care, we're the winners and all. Look at the end result. You lost. You lost the match, and that's all there was to it. You've been in there twice, you've lost the match.
Okay, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it real slow. Don't say we lost. Because I told you, Lance, I don't want to have to hurt you or anybody else. But don't say we lost, okay?
Okay, but what I want to tell you is that whether you deny it or whatever you want to do with the thing, the end result, let me put it this way, Lawler and Mantell won, so that means you guys lost, and that's exactly what happened there. And that's all. Just take a break. Let's go to a break in there. Yeah. You know, that's... Jerry Lawler, Dutch Mantell in the big Texas death battle defeat Bill Dundee and Buddy Landell. And boy, I'll tell you what, that is some fierce kind of action where the falls don't count and you just go till somebody can't. And they did it again, however. Rugged bout, no question about that. Well, now, isn't that nice? No. You know better than that. I have no intention of coming over there. You want a mic? There's a mic right there.
Well, we figured you wouldn't do that. We figured you wouldn't talk to us. Well, you ain't going to talk to anybody all day long. Just don't be a wait sport, because we figured you'd be through chicken, Russell. Just sit right there.
My curiosity is up. I got to admit that. Dressed in suits and the whole thing. Dundee and Landell. What is this? What in the Sam Hill do you guys think you're going to do with that? The Bill and Buddy show.
Well, Budrow, we we need us a bell. I ain't gonna hit you, Russell. I don't even like you.
Hey, fine. You want to, go right ahead. You got 5 years of your life to spend.
We need you a microphone, brother. Don't go away.
What is all of the...
All right, here we go now. Okay, you got a format, brother? Okay. You ain't gonna talk to us? You ain't gonna talk to nobody.
Hey.
Okay,
Just let
I'll
him
be
hang
Dave
the
Brown,
bell.
you be Lance Russell, because Dave rings the bell. Here we go. Get him out here.
Okay, fans, an exciting match coming up.
Next match coming up, folks. All right, you're looking at the Buddy Landell and the Bill Dundee Hour, Daddy. Lance Russell and Dave Brown don't want to talk to us. They ain't going to talk to nobody.
We're now taking Memphis.
Here's two young gladiators coming, Garmin and Trailer. Big, powerful devil, old Joe LeDuc. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
You got to be the strongest man in wrestling, Joe. Are you going to climb a mountain? How are you? Buddy Landell, baby. Yes, sir, we took over.
We own
Leave that
Memphis,
right
Daddy.
there, Joe.
They don't have no opponent for me, so... Here it is.
All right.
He's got to be the strongest man in wrestling, Bill. Besides us.
Okay, here we go, the bell time. Hey, I always wanted to do this, Bud Rose.
I love it. I love it.
Joe got things there like a big horse
Do
collar.
they actually get paid doing this?
Well, I don't know, but okay, Joe LeDuc going away in about 285. Moves pretty good for a big fella, don't he?
He sure does.
Well, old Garmin, well, Bud Rose,
You was pretty good, Bill. I can do it just a little bit better, I believe, Bill.
I believe your arm's a little bit bigger than Joe's. Now, Joe's strong. We're not knocking him, but he's strong.
We'd be the last people in the world to knock anybody, Bill. You know that.
Old Garmin looked like he just run into a brick wall. Good legal move there. Good legal move, Joe. That was it, brother. Very good. Budrow, the only guy in professional wrestling that hits harder than Joe LeDuc, I believe, is you.
And you don't forget that one punch Jeff Jarrett suffered. Remember that, Bill? One punch Dundee, baby. One punch Dundee.
Got in our face one time on television.
That's right. We
And he's crippled old dad, but one eye came down trying to help me.
Hey, we got our own problem.
Now, this is Trailer. I believe this is Trailer. I think another good scientific move off LeDuc. Well, I don't think that's going to work, kids. Joe doesn't throw a bad punch, does he?
Pretty good. We taught him well. We taught him.
Oh, now, that was a judo chop, Budrow. I believe he's trying to get a little bit of the nature boy in him now. But it was a good chop, and we're going to give him that.
But it ain't
Hey,
no
Lance,
nature boy, baby.
Lance Russell and Dave Brown get paid for this?
They actually get paid for this, Bill.
Hey, look at them eyes on Joe. I don't think anybody's home up there. That elevator don't go all the way to the top. What you think?
Yeah, the lights on, but ain't nobody home, baby.
Oh, now, we got to give him credit there, Budrow. That was a good drop kick from a 285-pound monster. Very good drop kick.
Bill, you think by looking in his eyes he'd kill his own mama, don't you?
For a quarter, brother, for a quarter.
We'd do it for cheaper than that, wouldn't we, baby?
Very good, Joe. We ain't being biased, but I believe this is about over. Oh, very scientific move there, Budrow. Scientific.
We got to fit that one into our repertoire, Bill.
Well, we got to give them two kids A for effort or G for guts or something, because just to get in there with him is something.
That's exactly right.
I believe he's just going to make LeDuc mad. I think, I don't know. They're putting up a pretty good showing, Budrow. But you and I believe you and I would have both knocked out by now, right?
Yeah. Bill, we could have beat him in 5 seconds.
Well, you got to give the boy... Oh, I think they made a mistake. I think they made a mistake. Bye-bye. Well, what's happening now? Good right. We got to give him credit there, brother. It was a good right, Budrow.
He wasn't no superstar, though, right?
No, and it was no nature boy, but, for a big old dumb Canadian, he ain't bad, though.
Hey, baby, there ain't a Canuck out there that can outdo the nature boy and the superstar, baby.
Is that something you eat or what? Oh, now he's pretty strong.
Bad
Oh, my God, look. Oh, I believe that boy's dead.
Oh, yeah, that boy.
I guess I'm going to ring it, Calhoun. I'm going to ring it. I know what to do. What for? The boy jumped over the top rope. What's wrong with you? Anyway, but better call in the National Guard, baby. He didn't book it.
Come and get this garbage out of here. We got to interview Joe LeDuc.
Get the janitor in here and sweep his puke up off the floor.
In here, brother.
Over that top, Joe.
It was good, too.
It's dead. Joe. Come on over here, Joe. That was very good, Joe. Very good. You've got to be the strongest guy in professional wrestling.
Thank you.
Budrow, I don't think Budrow has ever seen this, but I have. You know what this is, buddy?
I don't have any idea.
Joe puts what? Oh, look out. Here comes Eddie Marlin and the troops. Get the garbage out of here, Marlin.
Bag of potatoes. Get a whisk broom and just sweep that puke off the floor.
All them country boy and muscle head. You like to pull some on me. You like to put my arms apart. Well, go, them farmers and everybody that think they're strong. Just come on and take some of Joe LeDuc.
All right. You know what he's going to do, brother? He's going to take 10 guys, and anybody that wants to come down there and challenge him this week and pull them apart gets $500. Well, Budrow, we're in charge of the show. I guess we take us a little break. We'll be right back. Okay, folks. No, you ain't imagining things. This is Buddy Landell and Bill Superstar Dundee. And we've fired Lance Russell and Dave Brown. Get out of here, baby. Look at your seat, Budrow. What's next? We got a little thing here. What does it say now, Budrow?
It says the Lawler video spot.
The Lawler? Oh, no. We ain't doing that. That's out. That's out. We ain't just scribble that out, Budrow. We ain't doing that. That ain't being done.
We'll just let him look at our pretty faces for a while.
Now we got a match coming on up here because we ain't doing no spot for Jerry Lawler. I'll tell you.
Says it on the format that we got to run it. We got to run it. We have to.
Well, okay, folks, in TV land, if you're going to go make a cup of coffee, if you got to go to the little boys, little girls' room, or you just got to take a nap, this is the perfect time to do it because the guy upstairs is going to run it anyway, so go ahead.
Hi, everybody. This is Jerry the King Lawler. And the people at Independent Media Marketing have put together a very special video just for all my fans out there. If you order it right now, you're going to get 60 minutes of wrestling's heart and soul. You're going to see on it some of my most spectacular entrances into the different arenas and coliseums, and also a match that has become a classic all across the country. It happened in Tupelo, Mississippi, and it happened in the concession stand. Also, you're going to see some of my greatest moves, including the big pile driver, and the match that, well, that everybody in the world talked about. The Andy Kaufman feud is all included on there. Also, you're going to see a showdown match with one of my toughest opponents ever, the wild man from Texas, Terry Funk, and it was a bloody and brutal battle. Also, you're going to see some of my most vicious opponents that I've ever faced, including guys like Jimmy Valiant and Joe LeDuc. And then you're going to see the big Jimmy Hart loser leave town match, the match in which I went against Eddie Gilbert to get rid of Jimmy Hart from this area once and for all. You're going to see the King throw the fire. You're going to see wrestling's first music video and much, much more.
We're out.
We're up. Is that over? That's the most boring.
Thank God.
Now we have us a wrestling match. We got to ring the bell and get Lawler and Mantell out here. Woo! Boy, this is exciting. This has got to be the most exciting time in professional wrestling.
I hope Jerry Lawler gives out no-dos when he sells them things.
I rung the bell. I'll be deaf. We ring it again. Come on, Lawler. We ain't going to punch you up. Come on. Get out of here, Lawler. There you go now. Well, I don't know, buddy. I don't know here.
Look at them scars all over their head from Monday night where we beat them half to death, baby.
Just you got enough with the Rose Brothers in there. We sold you a stinking video, so don't worry about it. Okay, folks, here we come with a little wrestling match. As you can tell in the ring now, it's Pat and Bill Rose versus Jerry the King Lawler, and I say that very loosely, and Dirty Dutch Mantell from Oilsoft, Texas. Okay, here we go. Now, it's underway. Woodrow, isn't this exciting?
Bill, you know, looking back, I bet you're sure glad we kicked Dutch out of our group. Huh? What do you think, baby?
He cramped our style.
Did he cramp our style or what?
Okay, now, here we go now. It's Lawler. Oh, beautiful move by Pat Rose. Beautiful move.
Beautiful.
A beautiful hip toss. You got him, Pat. Oh, collar and elbow tie up. Now, here we go. It's Lawler again. Shot him off again. Oh, he pulled his tights, Budrow.
Did you see that?
Hey, Calhoun. He pulled his tights. Hey, Lawler. Lawler, you pulled his tights, hey, Lawler. Yes, he did. You pulled him, Lawler. Yeah, you did. You pulled him.
Lance Russell always gives biased opinions, or he gives his opinion, and I'm giving mine. You pulled him. Hey, I'm giving an opinion like Lance Russell usually does, and it's biased. You're right, it's biased. That's Pat Rose, all 202 pounds of him. Legal maneuver. Well, you got to give Pat credit, brother, because there ain't too many people can throw the king around like that except you and me, Bud Rose.
That's right, baby. That's exactly right.
Collar and elbow hook up. Lawler back in the ropes. He took the coward's way out. Well, you got to give him A for effort there, too, Bud Rose. Now, Pat's tagging Big Brother Bill in.
Yeah, but he couldn't have backdropped us, though, baby. That's the bottom line.
You know, Bill used to be a bouncer down there at Desperados. That's how he got into throwing all the drunks out in Memphis. Come on, Lawler. Hey, just get into him, Lawler. Don't worry about it. You probably get a job over at September's place now or something.
Yeah, old Doug and David's place. Go over there and hear Danny Joe Bryant play.
Oh, no, that ain't right. Lawler,
look at that double teaming, man.
Them. That ain't right. As Lance Russell says, brother, Lawler's got one of the best right hands in the business. Now he's punched him on the floor. That ain't right, Lawler. You got to wrestle in the ring. Hey, we're the commentators. He don't want to talk to us. He ain't talking to nobody. You just get up in there. We'll ring the bell and disqualify you. Hey, we're getting a new job.
Hey, if we didn't have $500 suits on, baby, we'd dust your drawers for you.
That's right.
Right, Bill.
That's right. Now, here's Dirty Dutch Mantel. Now he punched him. Referee should... Oh, now, that ain't right.
He couldn't do that to us, baby.
That ain't right, Mantel. Not at all. Now he pulled him up by the hair. Held his tights and slammed him.
What's that red around Dutch's neck?
That ain't sunburn. Now, there's a good legal move there. Oh, now, Lawler outsmarted him. Well, you got to give the boy A for effort. I mean, he just, Pat, I don't know. Lawler headbutted him with the back of his head there, Calhoun. You ought to disqualify Lawler and hold up their hand, man. I'm telling you, hey, just wrestle.
Hey, you better be glad we're in a good mood, brother.
I wasn't all dressed up, brother. That's right, cheating, Pat. That's right. I'm telling you. Hold up their hand, Calhoun. That's right. Come on, Mantel. Get out. Get out. This is one-on-one. Hey, isn't this great?
Calhoun, you need to brush up on the techniques of refereeing, baby.
Now, look at Lawler going ahead. Do that strut there, Pat. Oh, well, that ain't right. Calhoun, he ought to disqualify him, Lance Russell. That ain't right.
Look at all this double team.
Two on one. That ain't right, Russ. That ain't right, Lawler. Now, look at Mantel hitting him from the outside. That ain't right at all, man. No, that ain't right. 2 on 2, Calhoun. Hey, we're the commentators. We get paid to do the talking.
Don't forget we're extremely handsome, too, Bill.
Extremely. That's horrible being a sex symbol, ain't it?
Brother, it's hell. We could write novels, you know that?
I'm telling you. Now where are they going? They're chickened out. They're chickened out, man. I'm not butter. I wouldn't believe it. They're chickened out. They actually left the ring. Oh. 9, 10. Oh, that makes them the winners.
Hey, we're used to seeing them run, baby. We're used to seeing them run.
What? I'm telling you. Okay, I love it. Right here on television, Pat Rose and Bill Rose beat the team of Jerry Lawler and Dirty Dutch Mantel. Hey. Hey, what is... Oh, my God.
microphone's back at least, and there's no competitive desk over there. Off comes the coat of Landell. Lawler going after the trousers, ripping Dundee's clothes apart. Landell's shirt ripped off.
And I think maybe the end of the Bill and Buddy show over there. Lawler and Mantell had been listening to him. They finally left. They lost the match. They were counted out, but they came back armed with a chair and a wooden stool, and they went to work on the desk and got Landell and Dundee in the ring. The Roses are both in there too, Pat and Bill.
Pat just got a shot as Lawler slammed together. Now they're double teaming, triple teaming Lawler as Bill Rose battling with Dutch. Dundee's clothes torn all apart. Dutch coming back on him. They're trying to pull Lawler off. David Johnson and Henry Rutledge. Lawler pounding Mantell. Referee takes a shot. Here comes some reinforcements.
Falk and Gaddafi and somebody else jumped in there. Oh, it's Lou Winston up on the apron.
Ring filling up now as Eddie Marlin comes out to try to get these guys apart. Mantell pushes past Jamison and goes after Landell. Lawler grabbing Dundee by the throat after Billy hit him. Finally get Lawler pulled back into the corner. Dundee takes another shot from Lawler. Landell breaks loose and goes after Dutch. There goes Dundee. Landell. Well, they may have been counted out and lost the match officially. But they sure didn't lose that one, Davey.
No, I think they ended up winning the war there. They're the ones left standing in the ring after everybody else is gone. Dutch Mantell and the King, Jerry Lawler.
Well, right there on the floor is how you break up a party.
Yeah.
I guess as far as Buddy Landell, you and Buddy did the Billy and Buddy show. What are your memories of that show that you guys did?
I have real good memories, but I bet Buddy don't know nothing about it. But anyway, that's neither here. You know who Buddy was. But anyway, that was just an angle with me and Lance Russell. Nobody had ever slapped Lance. So and I went and asked him. I said, Lance, can I slap you on TV, man? So he said, yeah. Where are you going with it? I said, well, I really don't know, but you got to do something. This is what we'd like to do. So he said, yeah, no problem. So I slapped him. You know, I said, he called me a loser. I said, if you call me a loser one more time, I'm going to slap you. So he said, well, you lost the match, Bill, and that's all there is to it. Bam. So then the next week, he said, I ain't interviewing you or Landell. So we built the set, did the deal, and sat there, did a bit of Bill and Buddy show, and that was really just so Mantell and Lawler could come out and bust it up. But it worked. People talked about it. It was just different.
It's good stuff.
Do you remember anything about the Bill and Buddy show, the segment they did on the...
I remember, oh man, you know, I knew this was going to happen, but it was just bound to, because your mind, when you're not staying in it every day, you don't remember. I can't remember Buddy's last name right now, and
Buddy Landell.
Yeah, Landell. Good night. How could I forget that as well? And I loved him, watching him as a wrestler. I mean, and he had one of the great mouths. That's something I'll say about Dundee before I leave Dundee. There's an example, and you wouldn't believe it unless you'd have been there right there with me. Bill Dundee could hardly say 3 words consecutively and make it sound like a human being. I mean, when he came up here. But boy, I'm going to tell you, he worked on it, and by that time, this guy does one of the great promos, as they call them today, that you'll find in wrestling. I mean, he's a dandy. Well, Buddy had it.
he could come down and say some of the funniest, flat-out things about his opponent and things like that. And Bill and Buddy were both that way. And when they got loose with it, you just you just sit there and your sides would split listening to all that stuff that they lay down. I won't tell you, and you know what I'm talking about, that kind of stuff that they lay down. And yeah, that's, you know, I guess is actually what I can remember about it. It was just a sight to watch two guys who were masters at what they did.
Marlin, promoter, is out here with us. And here he comes right now, the NWA World Heavyweight Champ. His first appearance on our championship wrestling, Ric Flair. Rick, we're delighted to have you here today. And we really appreciate your not only being here for the contract signing, which is a rather momentous occasion for this section of the country, but also agreeing to wrestle here today.
Well, hey, I want to admit to you, and I want to apologize to a lot of people out there, I've had the wrong impression of Memphis. You know, I got off my jet today, and they had a real big airport here. And I even saw a couple Cadillacs on the highway as I came over here to the TV station. And you, contrary to my beliefs, from what I'd heard, are a real literate TV announcer. And Memphis really is showing me a lot more class than I was led to believe. And Mr. Marlin here obviously promotes one of the finest wrestling promotions I've ever seen anywhere in the country, and it's a pleasure for Ric Flair, the world champion, to be right here in Memphis, and I'm going to do all I can to make this promotion as successful as any promotion that I take part in.
Well, I want to say on behalf of everybody in the area that, of course, everybody knows the tremendous background and what led up to being the world heavyweight champion, winning the title from Dusty Rhodes and all. Rick, we're delighted to have you here today, and again, we appreciate the fact that you are and have agreed to wrestle here on our championship wrestling. And I think, Eddie,
you know, after being in big cities like Chicago and New York and Kansas City and Atlanta, you know, a person like myself, who obviously is a top-shelf individual, was led to believe that Memphis was nothing but rednecks and low-class people, and I'm really amazed. And Memphis has shown me a lot. And because, as you mentioned earlier, I'm going to wrestle on this program out of the goodness of my heart. As I said, I'll do anything I can to upgrade and to help professional wrestling. I'm going to strip myself of this $500 sport coat. I'm going to slide out all this gold, and I'm going to show the people right here in Memphis just exactly what a real world champion looks like. I know they're going to enjoy it just as much as I enjoy showing them.
Well, you mentioned something there, and we'll get into this important thing. I do want to say that has got to be one of the most stunning watches I've ever seen, this beautiful gold watch that Rick is wearing. And that's entirely aside the point, but I got to bring it up because it is unique. Eddie, here is the big one.
Everything about Ric Flair is unique. And the more you're around Ric Flair, this isn't custom made, but if I keep coming in out of Memphis with the money that'll follow me, maybe you can afford a custom-made suit. But as you'll see, Mr. Marlin, big-time promoter that you are, I'm going to agree to wrestle the Southern Heavyweight Champion, whoever he may be, in the upcoming future. Put the contract down here, my man. We'll make Memphis a big-time wrestling community. How's that?
Golly, I'll tell you one thing. We're looking forward to this one, and the signature goes down. And the agreement on this, Eddie, is, as I understand it, that Rick will wrestle the Southern Heavyweight Champ in the area. Okay, well, we are really looking forward to that, and while the date specifically has not been set, it will be filled in whenever your schedule is arranged where you can come in. We're going to be looking forward to that, too.
I'll be back shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself, because the Magnificent One is going to show you why he wears the 10 pounds of gold that makes him the greatest professional wrestler alive today.
Well, there he is, and we'll be seeing him a little bit later in his tights. There's no question about it that confidence is certainly a part of being a champion, and as you can obviously see, Ric Flair has all the confidence in the world. By golly, this is a special occasion today. We had the world's heavyweight champion in here, Ric Flair, and now we've got the Southern heavyweight champ, Jerry the King Lawler, who's got that belt around that waist.
Yes, Lance, and it feels very, very good to hear you call me that again. You know, I told you it was a big, the biggest match of my career last week, and I was fortunate enough to come out the new Southern Heavyweight Champion. Now, I want to just come out here for a second for two reasons. First of all, to clear up all of this, you know, I thought I was going to have to send you a shovel out here because it was getting pretty deep a few seconds ago with Hart out here saying that he won the belt for me, and now I see he's even got my cousin Carl out here, and he's probably got his head a little going in the wrong direction, but it will only take me a few minutes to straighten that young man out. And as far as Hart thinking that he ever won anything in his life, he's sadly mistaken, Lance. I beat the man with very, very little help from Jimmy Hart, I might add. He was there as a diversion, but I want to make this clear. You know, I had people telling me all along that, King, are you going in the first family? Are you teaming back up with Hart? Well, let me assure you that nothing was ever further from my mind because, you see, I used Hart. I made a fool out of Hart. I used him. I won my Southern Heavyweight title back. I'm the champion, and Hart's still running around the same little clown that he ever was. If he ever thought for 1 minute that I would take him back, the only way I told him that I would take him back as my manager was if he carried all my suitcases, did all my arrangements, and was just a general flunky, exactly like he was before when I first had him. That would be the only way. He expected me, Lance, to join the first family and be some first lieutenant or something like that. So I straightened him out real quick on that. Now, Hart, if you've got any other ideas about anything you ever want to business he wants to conduct with me, this is as close as you're going to get to me from now on, Hart. I want you to understand that, buddy. Just get within range, and I'm going to put this right upside your head. But enough about Hart, Lance. Okay. I want to, you're right, this is an exciting day. You know, I got here early. I was supposed to wrestle. I see, you know, they don't have my name on the list.
No, it's not.
They had me down against Pat Hutchison. Now, you and I know you could beat Pat Hutchison, couldn't you, Lance?
Hey, come on.
So I got dressed, and Eddie Marlin says, you're wrestling Pat Hutchison? I said, scratch me off the list, Eddie. It's no use me even wasting my time. But I would like, before I leave today, I would like to have the opportunity to shake hands with Ric Flair, the World Heavyweight Champion.
You haven't met Rick before?
Oh, I just said I would like to shake hands with Ric Flair.
I see.
He's supposed to wrestle now. If you could go ahead and ring the bell, maybe I could just stay out here. And,
okay, let me get around here, and we'll tap the bell, and we'll get the champion out here. Because he is, as a matter of fact, coming up in the next bout. He's going against young Rick McCord, and it'll be our first look at him.
He's obviously great, isn't he? I mean, you know, he sounded like he's full of confidence.
He is full of confidence.
He is
no question about it.
And there he is, right here.
Here he comes. The NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair. Rick, can we get you before you... Rick, can I get you to come over here just a moment?
Do you mind if I just want to talk to you for just a second, wish you well on your match, shake hands, and this kind of thing? If you don't mind.
Rick,
Okay. Plenty of time for that. Plenty of time for that.
Okay, and I think obviously these two gentlemen know each other. The Southern Heavyweight Champion Jerry Lawler and Ric Flair, the World Heavyweight Champion.
Welcome you to this area.
What was the name?
Come on. You know me as well as you know. Well, you don't know Lance, but you know we've wrestled on a lot of cards in Florida just a couple of weeks ago. Jerry Lawler, you know that. Right? I mean, you know, I understand. I understand completely. Look, he's got that little devilish smile there. I know Rick very well.
I agreed to come to Memphis, Tennessee, because the world champion should give everyone an opportunity to see big-time professional wrestling at its best. But Jerry Lawler, I believe they call him the king over here in Memphis, is not going to take up any time of the world champions. You see, there's a lot of women in this audience over there that are dying for me to slide out of the $7,000 robe. So, Mr. Lawler, when I get through with, what's his name?
Rick McCord.
When I get through with Mr. McCord, I'll be back. How's that sound?
let me say this now. It's all, you know, it's plain to see that you are here for one reason, and that is to impress all of these pretty women that you see sitting in the audience, and there are some pretty ones. You know, I heard you say that you had heard a lot about this area, about, you know, that maybe it's all rednecks and that kind of thing down here, but I think you can see from the people here that you were misinformed. And you want to, being the world champion that you are, undoubtedly, as you said earlier, the greatest wrestler in the world today. Is that right? Well, okay, what you need to do here...
I couldn't have said that better myself.
Okay,
Thank you,
fine. Oh, hey, you won't get any arguments from me. You know, what you want to do is look as good as possible. This is the first time that you've been on this TV in this area.
Right.
You want to impress these people. You want to look as good as possible today in front of this thousands of people that are watching. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Rick McCord. Now, I like Rick McCord, and this is no offense to Rick at all, but Rick is a young wrestler. He's fairly inexperienced, and I think it's safe to say that Rick has never won a match here on this television. Am I correct?
I don't remember it if he did.
I'm not saying that as a knock to Rick. I'm saying it because the man is inexperienced. Now, were a man of your caliber to go in the ring there, you being the world heavyweight champion, were you to go in there and beat Ric Flair, and beat Rick McCord, you really aren't going to impress anybody. I mean, when you step in the ring, you wouldn't be able to walk in that audience and get one person to say that man has a chance against you.
You know, you and I just aren't communicating on the same level. You see, these people are here. I could go in there and wrestle a broom. They're here to see Ric Flair. Now, I'm telling you, I gave Memphis a little credit. Memphis has shown me a little bit more than I thought ever possible in the city of Memphis, Tennessee. But you don't seem to understand, these people over here have come to see me against anybody. It could be you. It could be, who's the little guy with the dark hair? What's his name? What do they call him?
Bill Dundee.
Oh, Bill Dundee. It could be anybody. Ric Flair, the greatest. Ric Flair, the legend. Ric Flair, your world champion, and all these people out here, world champion. So, makes no difference. You want me to wrestle somebody else? Give me somebody else. Competition is all secondary next to Ric Flair.
Wow. Rick, excuse me just one more second. You just said the magic words there. If you are the world heavyweight champion, there's no doubt in anybody's mind. You wear the gold, you're the greatest wrestler in the world today. So like you said, it shouldn't matter who you wrestle. Nobody's in your caliber, right? Well, why don't we let Rick go on back to the dressing room, and I had a match scheduled very similar to this man right here. If you don't mind, why don't you and I go in the ring? Now listen, like I said, no, wait. Listen, wait a minute, Rick.
I think the folks like that.
It's obvious to you that even I'm not in your caliber. Nobody in this area is in your caliber. So when you beat me, you're going to impress these people. They will be impressed when you beat Jerry Lawler right in that ring right there.
You want to wrestle the world champion?
Don't you think anybody wants to wrestle the world champion?
Hey.
It's an honor for me, Rick. I would love to wrestle. It would be.
What kind of a time limit do we have in these matches?
10 minutes. One fall, 10-minute time limit.
You want 10 minutes of my time?
I would love it. Is that all right with you?
Non-title, get in the ring, brother.
Wait a minute.
Ric Flair has said he will go on a non-title, one fall, 10-minute time limit bout.
Let me ask you one more thing. I realize I'm taking a lot of your time here, and it's very valuable, precious time. But since I or Rick McCord up there, and nobody in this area is in the same caliber of wrestler as you, and that's true because you are the one and only world champion. Since we've only got 10 minutes, why don't we really make this interesting? Why don't we make everybody out there at home excited, all of these people really excited, make this the most interesting and exciting show that there's ever been on wrestling, and put the world title up for just the 10 minutes. No big deal. You probably beat me in 30 seconds.
You're
the world champion.
You wouldn't be putting a little of that country jive on me now, would you?
No. You know, Lance, would I jive the world heavyweight champion?
The world champion never puts his title on TV. Number one, I don't make $500,000 a year, and I don't fly around in a big jet defending that title on local TV programs. You understand? But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Because you're a big deal around here. Because I even saw you on TV the other night. Boy, you were a real big deal the other night. Tell you what I'm going to do for you, what I'm going to do for you, and I'm going to do for Memphis, because I think it's long overdue. You get in that ring, the belt will be on the line, and I'm going to pull you through your hoop, Daddy.
You heard it right there. Ric Flair said he would put the title on the line.
For 10 minutes, the World Heavyweight Championship is at stake in this ring, right?
That's what the man said. I didn't know you could have a 10-minute championship match. But Ric Flair has... So Rick McCord steps out. Okay, Dave, how about the official entrance? Whoa, how about this? All right.
Introducing the challenger from Memphis, Tennessee at 228 pounds, Jerry the King Lawler, and the champion from Minneapolis, Minnesota, 240 pounds, Ric Flair. This is a world championship match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Well, I'll tell you, Davey, we have often said that on championship wrestling, where the unexpected can be expected, it happened today. Okay, we'll get it clear. One more comment from Rick before we get it underway here. Yeah, Rick.
Never let it be said that the world champion is not a fair man. Lawler's a big deal in this part of the country. He's a big deal in professional wrestling. But you see, his image was all Jerry Lawler because he never was in the ring with Ric Flair. So if Mr. Lawler wants to step out of this ring and walk back there before I embarrass him, and before really he has to walk out of this television studio with his head between his legs, I'm going to give him an opportunity to do it. So why don't you make that clear to the audience and make that clear to Lawler. If you want the easy way out, brother, just get out of the ring and I'll forget it.
No, let's don't forget it, please. 10 minutes, world champion.
You really want 10 minutes with the world champion? Well, you want 10 minutes with Ric Flair? Daddy, you got it. Don't let dust get on this, brother.
Oh, no.
My pride.
We got it. Well, by golly, I'll tell you, I take my hat off to the champion in this respect. He didn't back up 1 minute. And, of course, neither did the King. Bell time, and David, here we go.
Oh, world title match. NWA World Championship belt. On the desk in front of us here, it is at stake in a 10-minute time limit match as Lawler challenges Ric Flair.
Rick takes Lawler down. Face first, moves around, and Lawler squeezes out of it as Flair is right back over to the ropes.
Come on, I'll get him back.
Side headlock, Flair moves around behind, takes that arm in a hammer position, but nice reversal from Lawler. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right at ringside with an unexpected bout today and an extreme pleasure of having an NWA World Heavyweight Championship match. One fall, 10 minutes. I said I never heard of a 10-minute championship match, but if Flair puts the belt on the line, that's good enough for me. And I can tell you this, it is sure good enough for Lawler. Flair moves in, bangs him with that shoulder, takes it around and under. And Lawler on a reversal. Well, he didn't beat him in 30 seconds.
No, that's true. He was unable to do that. Of course, he never said he would. Lawler said he probably could, but Lawler and Flair, a couple of well-matched wrestlers there.
All right.
I wonder if Ric Flair has seen Jerry Lawler wrestle much. He said he'd seen him on TV before. He had heard. Oh, Flair. Back on the ropes and shoves Lawler back away.
When I get on the rope, you move back.
Back in the center of the ring. Jerry Lawler with a headlock on the world champion Ric Flair.
Double wrist lock up top, and they're battling it, and Flair with Lawler now coming back straight up. And he takes it into a standing side headlock.
Flair gave it his best shot in trying to power his way out of it, but Lawler right with him every step of the way. Shoulders down. Lawler with the shoulders down briefly. Had no trouble in kicking back over after Flair had rolled him up. Lawler hanging on to that headlock. As long as it's working, he can wear Flair down. That Flair rolls the shoulders down again. Count of one. Lawler can make Ric Flair use a lot of energy in trying to work his way out of this hole. He fires Lawler into the rope. Shoulder not coming off of there. Flair lets him go by. Lawler ducks under. Reversal by Lawler.
He's got Mr. Flair's dander up a little bit, David.
I believe you're right. All right, we've got about, let's see, 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left.
Past the halfway mark, we've got about 4 minutes in time left to go, and Lawler and Flair. So that becomes a very important item, Dave.
Especially now, yeah, since we're past halfway mark.
Flair blisters him with a chop. He's banging away on the King now. He dropped down with the lower part of the leg. The referee said legal 1, 2, and Lawler kicked out of it. Lawler slipped the suplex. He's around behind on a sleeper with Flair.
We have less than 3 minutes left in the time limit.
Good night. Flair got the momentum forward and wanged into the ropes. Lawler went sliding right off and really hit his head on that floor. Outside the ring now, Flair going after Lawler on our studio floor. And we're down to the 2-minute mark about on the action. Right now, 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes on the time limit. Lawler whipped in. Big elbow. Referee Jerry Calhoun reminding Flair about the power driver, Dave, I believe.
I think you're right. Looked like that's what he was going for.
1, 2, and Lawler again. Thought he had him that time.
I did too. He was close, but Lawler able to break it just before the 3 count fell.
A little under a minute and a half to go. About a minute and a half. Crowd partisan for Lawler, obviously. Trying to cheer him on and get him going, but Flair starting to really put the steam on him. Another 2 count.
1 minute.
1 minute. 60 seconds to go. And Lawler banged down hard as Flair again dropped straight down, mashing that forehead. The referee didn't call it. He looked awfully close to a knee in the forehead.
Okay, now we're going to school.
Suplex. Flair straight up in the air, and Lawler crushed down on that mat at the 30-second mark. We've got 30 seconds to go. He's going for a figure 4 leg lock. He's got Lawler in it. And our time is winding down. That's it. 10-minute time limit is up. That's all. So the figure 4 leg lock is going to go for naught, and the bout is going to end up in a draw, Dave, as Flair will not let go.
He gave up, didn't he?
And the bout, which was an unexpected one for us here to see the King and Ric Flair going at it. But the 10-minute time limit, which was, no, he didn't give up on it. The time limit ran out. The 10-minute time limit ran out on it, and it is a draw.
We played by your rules, now we play by mine. 5 more minutes. 5 more. Hey, no questions. The world champion wants 5 more minutes. If the world champion wants, the world champion gets.
I guess we have 5 more minutes coming up. Huh?
Referee said he doesn't know.
Okay, well, we're off and running on it because Flair going after Lawler. This is an extended portion, another match getting underway as Ric Flair says, I want 5 more minutes. And Flair pounding on Lawler. Lawler taking those shots from Ric Flair. He's driven back into the corner, and the King right now being brutalized. Look out. There's that Lawler move, and he nails Flair. Lawler knuckling Ric Flair in this extra 5 minutes as Flair holding on, Dave. Whoa. Oh, he almost pitched him right over that ring post into the monitor and on the floor, and Flair slammed. Look at Lawler go to town.
Whoa. Flair taking a breather out here, getting out of the ring. Lawler. It's been all Lawler in this second 5 minutes.
Flair grabs his belt and heads out of here. Ric Flair, after being... Lawler telling referee Jerry Calhoun that he left, count him out of it. And Jerry is right. He did pick up his belt and left.
He's counted out. I'm the world heavyweight champion, right?
Boy, I tell you, I just really don't know.
He left the ring. He's counted out. I'm the champion.
I don't know. Of course, that is nothing new. I have known what's happened here since we all got started in this. Ric Flair came out here. I tell you what we're going to have to do.
I'm the champion. That's what we got to do.
Jerry, I don't know, but...
Get the belt!
I got to take a break, and maybe we'll find out. Listen, see if you can get Eddie Marlin for me during this break, and let me see if we can get this thing straightened out. We're going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back and try to get this thing straightened out. Yeah, he did. We've got to get this cleared up on the thing because Flair picked up the belt and left in here, and it would seem to me that that would make Lawler the world heavyweight champion.
Well, it's real confusing to everybody except Ric Flair. I went back and talked to him, and he said, what's the big deal? He said, show me the contract for today's title match, and I'll produce the belt. So without his word, it wasn't a title match. So he said we had to have a contract. We didn't have a contract. Here he is right here.
Just a minute, brother. Produce a contract. Well, show me a contract that said I wrestled for the world championship. Show it to me. You're a big deal in this town. You're a big man. Show me a contract. I don't have a contract. You know why it doesn't exist? You think you're talking to some country hick like this town's made out of? You're talking to the world champion, brother.
We just took you for your word.
Well, I'll tell you what. Take me for this, brother. You will never see the day that I wrestled Jerry Lawler. And you know why? I'll tell you why. Don't crowd me. Get in here, big man. This seems to be the only man in the whole town that I can look in the eye and believe. You understand what I'm telling you?
I hear what you're saying.
He's like me. He likes nice clothes. He likes the good laugh. He likes the soft touch of a pretty woman. And he likes money. So let me show you something, brother. Don't you walk away either. I don't care if you're a multi-millionaire, Eddie Marlin. I'm a multi-millionaire, too. Just a minute, partner.
I presume, then, that officially means that the title did not change hands. It was no title match.
Who's wasting it around? You know damn well it didn't change hands.
Okay.
It's on the waist of the world champion, brother.
All right. Well,
You know, I want to tell you something. I came out here out of the goodness of my heart. I flew my little jet in here out of the goodness of my heart, and you country bumpkins, you rednecks, tried to put something over on Mr. Cool. No way, Daddy. Not today, anyway. What
Ric
today?
Flair. What is happening here?
Hey, don't you worry. When I turn around, I'll tell you what's happening.
Well, in case you just joined us, this is the World Heavyweight Champ, Ric Flair, who has called this meeting with Jimmy Hart out here. Now, all right.
My personal check. And, brother, if you don't think this is as good as gold, call anywhere in the country. Anywhere. I got more money and more banks around the United States than any man alive. $10,000. You know what this is for? Because I want you to bring me the blood and the sweat and the guts of Jerry Lawler. And you, for trying to intimidate me, for trying to pull something off, are going to have to watch the slow destruction of your big-time hero. You understand what I'm telling you? I don't care if you're a multi-millionaire. You don't. Yeah, well, take this and take this. It's my word. $10,000, brother. I'll sign the check the day you deliver to me a piece of Jerry Lawler. I don't care whether you wrap it up, whether you put it in a box. I don't care. I want to hear that Lawler's got a broken leg. I want to hear he's got a broken arm. I want to hear he's got a broken neck. I want to hear Jerry Lawler is no longer a professional wrestler. And I'll tell you what, Daddy, because you're the man you are, that 10,000 is just openers. Now you, Mr. Russell, I complimented you. I said you were a real man. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I can't help but believe deep down inside you didn't have something to do with this. And because you think Jerry Lawler is a big deal, you're going to have the privilege of watching this too. Because we're going to bring in men from all over the world. And so keep your mouth shut, brother, when I'm talking. And Jerry Lawler, if you're out there, remember this, brother. You are going to belong to me as a present from this man right here.
Let me say one thing, baby. For $10,000, he might not even be alive the time you get back, baby. For 10 grand? For 10 grand? Woo!
Yeah, you came to the right one when you went to Hart. That's for a fact.
Let me tell you something. What comes out of my mouth is as good as gold. Put it in the bank. What I can't go out and get myself, I buy. And I'm buying Jerry Lawler's hide. I'm going to be very polite. Lawler, laugh, joke about this, but remember one thing. You've never come up against Ric Flair. And what I want, I get. You remember it, and you remind these people in Memphis, Tennessee, that there's only one Big Daddy, and it's Ric Flair.
Okay, well, we heard it from the world's champion in a rather unchampionship-like gesture, getting Jimmy Hart out here. He, in fact, did give him a check for $10,000. It's not signed, and he said he will sign it at such appropriate time as he has the evidence that Lawler is not wrestling. The bell has sounded. Ric Flair, who is disturbed, upset that the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, has chosen to be out here as a second-hand advisor for the underdog challenger, Coco Ware. Coco, the Mid-America heavyweight champion, 220 pounds out of Union City, Tennessee. What a scrapping young athlete this is. The thrill of his life, a chance to become the world heavyweight champion. Coco, the first black challenger in the Mid-South Coliseum against a world heavyweight champion, and a chance to win that title right here tonight. One fall 60-minute title match.
Flair rolled up, but he kicks his feet and he's back out. He's on the referee. I don't know what about pulling the trunks. That was it. He holds him, gets a count of 1. And Ric Flair, who really is set off in a nasty mood because Dusty Rhodes is out here at ringside and Flair doesn't like it a bit. Coco Ware. What a sensational opportunity for this young guy. I tell you, we've seen Coco on a lot of ups and downs, Randy. What a great moment this is.
That's right, both of us, Lance, saw his very first professional match. It makes you very proud to know that even though he's had those attitude problems, that he's in here for the World Heavyweight Championship. And win, lose, or draw, Coco can be very proud of the fact that he has received this shot, Lance.
We were talking to Coco before the match, and as you might expect, this young fellow from Union City, Tennessee, going against such a distinguished character as the World Heavyweight Champ, Ric Flair, he is very nervous. He's going through basics, and that's a smart thing. I think Dusty advised him of that. Stick with the basics till you get yourself settled in there and ready to go into a rhythm. He's going with a side headlock. He mares Flair over. He's hanging on to the headlock. Boy, you know, and I know, the Birdman can flat go. One of the best drop kicks ever seen in professional wrestling. And Ric Flair, who thinks he's got a surefire pushover, and this young fellow from Union City may be in for an amazing shock of his life. Ware hanging with that side headlock on Flair. Dusty hollering up a little advice from time to time. Forearm shot to Ware. Shoulder puts Flair down on the deck. Over the top, nice leapfrog by the champion. Reversal, and Flair bites it. Coco, snapmare over and down. Count of 1, and Flair gets that right shoulder up. Oh, boy. You know, it always blows my mind when I think how close. There was a split second. One more count, and Coco Ware is the world champion.
It's so close, Lance. I mean, it makes me nervous just watching this. Oh, I'd love for him. You don't like to be prejudiced, but when you've known a guy for years, you'd love to see him get the chance and would love to see him win the world title.
Oh, would this turn the wrestling world over? Back off the ropes, and the referee says, okay, fellas, let's keep it that way, nice and clean. Flair can get your dander up without a question, but what a class wrestler he is, man. He can get on that ring hard. The only thing I would point out, he is expecting to have a relatively easy time. Though he's smart enough as champion to know wherever you go, whenever you're against a man in the ring on any given night, it could happen. Nice set of moves from the champ, but it's reversed on him. Wasn't expecting the speed. Look at that scissors. He pitches Coco forward, and Coco fires up at him, and now he's not having it. He's not having any of Flair pushing him around. Coco Ware showing that he's not at all the champion. He may be nervous, and I think all of that's by the board. As Flair, whoa! Coco brings some credentials in as the Mid-America champion, and I think Flair just thought he was dealing with another local yokel, could push him around the way he wanted to. Dusty backing him up and saying, push him, Coco. Coco getting his tempo going now. Got the crowd behind him as the champion steps through the ropes again. Quick move. Flair popped that knee to the midsection, hit him with a chop so fast. Blisters Coco Ware with that chop. him again. We're back with the right. They're trading him up there now. Dusty out of his chair. Rooting Coco on. Nail him, nail him. Ric Flair down in the middle of the ring. Coco covers him. Oh, he almost got him. I mean, he was that close. And Ric Flair, with a little fright in his eyes, for the first time as he realized how close he was to losing his championship. Flair stops him with a knee, chops him. They're trading licks again. Flair down. 1, 2, but the leg on the rope breaks it. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. The cagey champion popped the leg up at the right time. He couldn't shake Coco. Flair in the corner saying, hold it, hold it. 7 minutes into the action, and Coco Ware stunning the world champion. Misses an elbow, does Flair. Flying press. Kicks him out at the count of 2, and Coco keeps the press. Whoa! Flair jumps out of the ring and meets Dusty Rhodes head on. Dusty, in case you just joined us, serving as the second, and look out, it may be bye-bye champion. Flair taking a stroll as Dusty telling Coco, be ready for him, look out, don't let him con you. Ric Flair back in the ring, and Coco waiting on him. Dusty, who knows the champion so well, telling Coco, don't let him slip up on you. Flair got back in that ring. He's now taking his time. Flair massaging his jaw where Coco caught him with a solid right hand. Champion ties it in with a challenger. Scissors him. Ware going down. Look at him trying to get out of the way. And he can't get a good solid ride on him as Coco, too fast, out of the way, stands up to Ric Flair. And Nature Boy having a little different look. He is getting mad now. This time he goes in behind once again. Coco Ware spins. Flair out on the floor. He can't hold on to him. I think he's getting hot now.
He is, Lance. I don't know if that would be an advantage for Coco or a disadvantage. With some wrestlers, you know, when they lose their temper, they get it going, but some make a mistake so quick. We'll see how Flair is when he's hot.
Absolutely right, Randy. You can't tell how it's going to affect somebody as cagey. Nick Bockwinkel was one of those guys. When he gets mad, brother, look out, because he really steps up to another level.
That's right. Jerry Lawler, too. We can name a few.
Flair going to do a little test of strength. Coco took a serious chop right under the chin. Oh, he caught him. Maybe right at the throat. Coco is down and hurt. And Ric Flair puts the boot on him now, pushes the referee back. As the referee, Jesse Allen, says, wait a minute, let's not be pushing anybody around. Coco back in the ring. Flair whips him across the ring. Elbow and face down goes Coco. 10 minutes and 30 seconds into the action. Coco Ware down in the middle. Flair drops with a knee right across the head. Says to Dusty Rhodes, you want some? There's a tag. A tag. A pin. Count of 1, 2, and Coco's out of it. Put to the midsection. down behind into a hammer position on Coco Ware. Ric Flair now taking over. Boy, it was that one shot right at the throat that changed the tide. Really took it out of Coco. He's young and very resilient, so if he gets breathing room, he'll get that second win as Flair, he's got his foot on the rope. Dusty Rhodes going around to tell the referee, watch out. And once again, Flair with his foot on the rope, cranking that arm up. Rhodes trying to get the referee's attention to say, watch the ropes. He's got his foot on the rope. And Jesse Allen, the referee, sending Dusty back to the corner. Ric Flair snaps a bar on that arm and straddles right over Coco Ware. Buries his head down in the canvas. And Flair exercising that ability that he has, dominating the action at the moment at 12 minutes and 30 seconds in. Flair leans on the arm, and he is just punishing the face of Ware into that mat. Coco won't give it up. He's trying to get loose, but Flair, you notice how far forward he is to keep that leverage in such great shape on Coco. Coco Ware getting that adrenaline flowing. Comes up to his feet. The referee says, open your hand. And with that, Flair jerks him off the feet by the hair. Dusty Rhodes telling the ref, ask the people. We're going to have to cut away from this action, but we're going to be back. Way out of it. Slams with a right again. Big chop from Flair. Boy, he is catching him just right with that chop. Right under the chin. In the air. Ware deposited among the turnbuckles over there. Champion throttled him with that one. Punishing. Oh, look at Coco. Don't count him out. Coco, a little steam going from some of his punches, but he's still going at it. He's chopping away on Flair. The champion slumps to the corner at the turnbuckles. Dusty's saying, go in and get him. Go in and get him. Coco continuing with the chops. Choke on Flair, and the referee stopping him as he blocked his arm. Flair dropped a knee in the midsection. Boy, there's an opportunist, to say the least. Reversal. Goes for a sleeper hold. It presented itself. Coco gritting his teeth, trying to hold on. He's given away a height advantage to Flair. That
That's the way to nullify that height advantage. He's got him down on his knees, and he's trying to tighten it up. Dusty hollering to Koko, pull him down, pull him down. Flair trying to get to the ropes. Flair right at the rope, but not in him. And down he goes, Koko. If he's got enough strength left. The champion on his back. Dusty saying, don't let up, don't let up. Put on the rope. Oh, boy. What a move. Crowd booing it. Smart move by Flair, though, and the referee says, break it up. Took a lot of smoke out of Koko. He's putting up a brave front as he gives him a little bird. He's waiting on the champion. Tags him with a right hand, another one. Flair. Still short of oxygen. His eyes rolling a little in the head, and Flair on the deck. Count of 1, 2. Flair blocks him, and boy catches him with that vicious chop. And dumps Koko. As he picked him up, worked him into a side suplex as he snapped him down onto the back of the neck of Koko Ware. Koko trying to get up. Flair pushes him down, jumps right in the middle of the midsection. Challenger, I hope not, but he may have shot a lot of energy. There's that famous figure 4 leg lock. Dusty Rhodes knows this may be the beginning of the end for Koko Ware. He comes around telling Koko, don't give it up, don't give it up. He's got a killer hold on him. The figure 4 leg lock has put a lot of tough challengers out. Ware close to the rope. It could be a possibility. Dusty saying, come on, come on, come on. Flair holding, putting the pressure on. Koko gets it over. Reverses the pressure. Flair lets up, comes out of it, and he broke the hold. Minutes and 30 seconds, and Ware broke the hold. Slips in, a slide, 1, 2. Woo! Koko with a shoulder, thrown right out of the ring. Flair using his own momentum. Rick using this as a chance to get a little steam back. Koko pulls himself up on the ring edge. On the apron. Flair meets him and chops him. Top. I thought he was going to get a flip on it. He does. Gets him down. 1, 2.
2, but Flair kicks out again. What a battle. Koko going for a figure 4. He's got it on Flair, but he's not as familiar, Randy, as Flair is with this. It may be a mistake trying to use that hold on him. 1, 2, and Flair comes up.
Agree with you, Lance. Koko using Ric Flair's fat hold, but it looks like he's doing some damage with him, Lance.
Oh, he's got powerful legs. That's where he gets that great drop kick. He's really putting the pressure on Ric Flair. Flair trying to roll over and reverse that pressure. Again, a 2 count. Flair grabs the rope, pulls over, and that is going to be a break. Koko's going to have to let it loose. Flair saying, hold it, hold it. Koko going after that leg. Wraps it around the ropes. Big chop. Koko and Flair trading licks. Nature Boy staggered in the middle of the ring. There's that big drop kick. Now he's on his home turf. Crowd hollering. Dundee comes roaring in. Throws powder in Dusty Rhodes' eyes. Starts jumping up into the ring. Flair, meanwhile, taking advantage. Buries one on Koko. 1, 2, 3. He got him. Oh, boy. 23 minutes and 14 seconds. Being distracted by Dundee. Ric Flair takes advantage of it. I can't blame him for that. Plants one on Koko, gets the win. I can't blame him for helping Dundee now. Dusty was blinded by powder. Here comes Rhodes into the ring. He feels Flair out of the corner. Koko going after Dundee. But the title dreams are all over for this night. The winner in 23-14 and still the world champion, Ric Nature Boy Flair.
Now, you talked about Ric Flair earlier on. What are some of your early memories of Ric, the Nature Boy?
He was a smooth worker, man. And the same thing when he came in, you either went out on Broadway, you put him over, DQ, or do whatever. He got kind of mad at me one time. We shot this angle for me and Ric to work. And that's when they were coming in. They had worked Lexa and Dusty was there. They were coming in to our big show in Memphis. So we promoted a month for Ric. So, and this is what I'm telling you. I mean, business is business, and whatever is whatever. So if he'd come in and work with me, we sell that. He leaves. Do the thing. Lawler had broke. He'd either left or broke his leg. We needed all the help we could get. So I went out on TV and I said, if anybody beats me for this belt today, can wrestle Ric Flair, because when you're the Southern champion in Memphis, doesn't matter who it is, what it is, it's a title shot. So I get Koko Ware. Just started, and he'd been around, but I mean, this is his first big deal. So I put Koko over. No, tell Ric, don't say nothing to nobody. Ric comes in, gets into the cab, I guess, and the cab driver says to him, "You wrestling Koko Ware tonight?" He said, "No, I'm not." He said, "I'm wrestling Bill Dundee." He said, "No, you ain't." He said, brother, he came into that Coliseum fuming. So we had a little room in there, he's screaming. I said, "Ric, please calm down, man, calm. No, we ain't going to draw a goddamn dime. Nobody knows." Would you look at the building? Jam-packed, man. So he calmed down. He just thought we'd do the thing. And I said, "No," I said, "because when I put you over, or whoever, I'm dead. Not that I have no opponent. I'm trying to get an opponent for next week because you'll be able to sell that somewhere else in somebody else's territory. And anyway, Dusty was there. So Dusty comes down and we talk and we do the deal where Dusty jumped there. He beat the guy, then I was trying to keep Coco going, so I run down, jump in, and Dusty jumps in. We get a big smudge, but Rick had pinned him 1, 2, 3. But Coco gets the heat back on me, and that's what I was trying to get. And they had a hell of a match, man. Tore the house down. And it, you know, they did what we tried to get. It did. I had an opponent for the next week, still sold out. Rick was mad for it, but I could imagine him doing. He gets in a cab driver. You think all months you've made promos on Bill Dundee. He end up wearing a Coco, and he didn't know Coco. I mean, personally didn't know Coco, but Coco could work.
Coco Ware.
I got me one out here right now, Daddy. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Brother, I'm fixing to come on.
Well, that's Tommy Rich making the threat to Coco Ware. Wildfire taking off the jacket. If he'll climb up on the apron, we'll get the official introduction.
Daddy, don't let nobody hurt you.
All right, Tommy. Get in the ring. From Union City, Tennessee, at 221 pounds, Coco Ware, and going against him from Hendersonville, Tennessee, 228, Tommy Rich. Referee is Paul Morton. We are underway.
Yeah, we are. Coco's another one who has picked up a lot of experience with the intervening months that have gone by since we last saw him, Dave. I think Tommy Rich may be in for a surprise.
Yes, indeed. He should not take him lightly, that's for sure. Rich with a headlock on Coco Ware. Coco backs him into the rope. Coco standing there in the center of the ring, and a head-on collision as he was just waiting for him. Knee lift by Rich. Coco drove Rich back into the rope. Flips him to the center of the ring, and with the face lock, it's Coco Ware. Rich broke him off the hold rather quickly. Coco Ware is one of the finest drop kicks I've ever seen. Mr. Rich, you better look out if those feet start flying. Oh, I think the fist was flying there. Wildfire Tommy Rich as Coco Ware comes off the ropes. Forearm to the midsection. Using that foot. Dragged it across his eyes, looked like. Coco back in the corner. Battling his way out of there. Rich off the rope. There's the drop kick from Coco Ware down to the mat. Tommy Rich. Coco follows with a right hand. And a cover. One. Rich with a foot over the bottom rope. That stopped the count at 1. Coco steps over. Under. Over. Oh, he ran right into Tommy Rich's right arm. Oh, referee knocked down to the mat. Rich was going to shove Coco into the rope. There goes Coco over the top rope down onto the floor. That should be automatic disqualification, but referee Paul Morton is himself lying on the mat. Look out. Tommy Rich slamming Coco down here on the floor. Now Rich rolls back into the ring. Rich asking the referee now to count Coco Ware out. Count to 3. Oh, Tommy Rich, I tell you.
Coco's trying to do it, Dave. He's trying to get up. I don't think he can make it. You're not going to get a chance.
Rich grabs him on the apron. Oh, suplexes him into the ring. Count of 1, 2, 3. Rich is smiling. He's happy with himself. Number 1, he says.
Great. Coco, just out of pure instinct, he was out. Yeah, what about it? What about slamming him right out here on the floor? Don't say you didn't. Everybody was watching. Yeah, you made up in the ring, too. You think we're stupid or something sitting out here watching him.
340.
Okay, coming back to Channel 3's Championship Wrestling. Hey, don't go away. You will understand some important things that are happening coming up in just a few minutes on Channel 3's Championship Wrestling. I am standing here, obviously, with Tommy Rich, the Wildfire Man. Take a look at what he's got in his hand. The Southern Heavyweight title.
Sir.
Yeah, okay. Well, they will understand more about that, Tommy. But I want to say this Tuesday night, right there in the Louisville Gardens, handsome Jimmy Valiant, who did own that prior to this
yes,
tape.
Yes, sir, he did.
Yes, okay. Understand, all he wants is some of Tommy Rich.
Well, you know, first of all, I'd like to say that I've hired me a business manager who takes care of a little of my business, and I want to thank him very much. He was there when I won my title. You know, he gets all of my matches lined up for me now because, you know, I got a full-time job taking care of my ladies and wrestling. So I had to get somebody to take care of the business end of it, and Mr. Jimmy Hart, he said he would do that. So I want to thank him, and, you know, right there in Louisville, Kentucky, you know, my ladies, they don't like Valiant anyway. Plus, Jimmy Hart is going to be handcuffed to the gimp, Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
You know, after I get through with Valiant, you know, Valiant, I got your belt. Now then, I'm just going to have to deface your brother right there in Louisville, Kentucky. You know, and Lawler, you stuck your nose in it. You made a, you know, Valiant made a little call to you or something, and you said you wanted to be handcuffed to Jimmy Hart. Well, that's good, too, because we're going to get rid of two at once right there in Louisville, Kentucky. Lawler, you better be ready, brother, because you're going to be handcuffed to my man here. Just like I said, I've been showing him a few moves, too, Lawler. You got a hold of him once, but he won't be near as easy. And, you know, you're going to have them cuffs on you. So when I get that Valiant down, you better be looking out, Lawler.
Yeah, well, obviously, Jimmy Valiant is interested in one thing.
Right.
You. That's all he wants.
Kentucky, yeah.
Tuesday night, he
All
wants
right,
you,
baby,
and
all
we'll see
right.
it there in the garden.
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
Single match coming up. Tommy Rich and his opponent, Mike Maroney, should be making their way into the wrestling area any time now. Here comes Maroney. And now we're just waiting for Wildfire, Tommy Rich. And when he gets here, we will have the official introductions and get things underway. Referee Paul Morton here, too. And still no appearance from Mr. Rich. Maroney up there in the ring waiting for him.
Yes, so are
And
we.
so are we. So are you. So.
It is a moment like this that the entire show just comes to a slide in the
That's
hole,
true.
boys.
Here he comes with Jimmy Hart.
That's Maroney right there. He's a young fella going against Tommy Wildfire Rich. Why don't you get in the ring, Tommy, and let us not have any more of this delaying tactics. Rich always got something to say about his opponents. Tommy hops up there. Jimmy Hart, boy, he is really decked out today in his tails and a high hat and so forth. All right, here are the official introductions, Dave.
One fall, 15-minute time limit match from Memphis, Tennessee, 233 pounds on the right of your screen, Mike Maroney. And from Hendersonville, Tennessee, at 228 pounds, Tommy Wildfire Rich. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Paul Morton.
Okay, Morton trying to get him to get the jackets off of Tommy Rich. Maroney is set and ready to go as Jimmy Hart is up to help Tommy out. I guess this is a permanent, or at least semi-permanent, unholy alliance until Jimmy Hart finds it is best for his interest to back out on it, as he has been known to do with several of them. There's Hart right there with his top hat, keeping an eye on. He knows about Rich's national reputation and ranking in there, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if he just wouldn't like to get in on the ground floor as somebody that's rated that high, Dave.
Sure. Percentage or two is probably what he's looking at,
Yes,
as a matter of fact.
Just stay in the chair, Jim. We saw the clean break in there. Both amazed at it. There's another clean break with Tommy Rich. Hey, what about it, Tommy Rich? What about it? Hey, that's what you're supposed to do, for crying out loud. Man, like you ought to get a congressional medal or something for breaking clean. Mike Maroney backs up. Whoa!
2, and Rich coming off the ropes banged him hard. Maroney was backing up. The referee was saying, come on, make it clean, make it clean. Big knee lift, and down goes Tommy Rich. Or Tommy Rich putting Mike Maroney down. Into the ropes. Rich buries one in the midsection, and Maroney drops to the center of it. Again, Tommy Rich swinging that right hand, using the fist. Jimmy Hart just sitting there whacking on that backdrop as Maroney went high in the air. And down goes Mike Maroney again. Big leg drop as he came down with both legs. Rich took that one opportunity when Maroney kind of went to sleep on the break. Look at that elbow. Man, oh man, he really popped him. 2, 3, and that's it. Young Mike, obviously an underdog in here with the kind of ranking that Rich has and the 3 big alliances that he's ranked in. Came out victorious. What was the time? Didn't take very long.
No, minute 44 seconds was the total time on it.
Okay, Tommy Wildfire Rich in 1:44 seconds comes through with the victory over Mike Maroney.
Minute 44 seconds. You know, Lance, I could have done it a little quicker, but I flew 3 of my pretty ladies in. You know, and they told me, they said, Tommy, we want to see you do your thing. And 1:44 seconds, that wasn't really long enough, Lance. You know, but I didn't have no opponent.
Well,
this guy here, that was a joke. That was a joke.
Remember, you had to start, too.
I know I started, Lance, but I was always winning. I was always on top. You know, but there's one thing. You know, who is handsome Jimmy Valiant wrestling today?
Handsome Jimmy is scheduled today on Championship Wrestling against a newcomer, Roger Morris. We haven't seen Roger before.
Roger who?
Roger Morris is the
Roger
opponent.
Morris. Yeah. Wait a minute. Now is that?
That's the
little bitty geek we seen's 125 pounds, and that's if he is soaking wet. That's who. That's a match. You calling that a match?
It is.
I mean, it'll probably take. Now I'll admit. It'd probably take Valiant 5 or 10 minutes to beat the guy. I seen him. I could beat him in about 30 seconds. You know, I've got a heck of an idea, Lance.
I'll bet.
I've got a heck of an idea. You know, I told you I had my 3 ladies down. They wanted to see me in a match. I flew them all the way in from Atlanta, GA. You know, they flew in to see me on the tube. They said, Tommy, we want to see you do something. Well, I don't feel like I just did nothing then, Lance. You know, last Monday night, I won the Memphis trophy. I put up $5,000. Go get my $5,000. I got a good idea here, Lance. We just allowed to do a little business.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, my ladies, they like to watch football every now and then. They watch one game a year, and that's the Super Bowl, because that's for everything, right? The Super Bowl, you take everything. So now I'm going to tell you what I want to do. If handsome Jimmy Valiant's got the guts, I'm going to lay my $5,000 down. I hadn't got the Memphis trophy with me, but my word's as good as gold. The trophy is at the trophy shop. I'm getting Tommy Wildfire Rich put on it. But I tell you what I want to do, Lance. Just like I said, if Valiant's got the guts, I want to lay my $5,000 down, my Memphis trophy. And Valiant, I tell you what I'll do, brother. If you do beat me, I'll take it out at the trophy shop. I'll even have, even though you're far from being handsome, I'll have handsome Jimmy Valiant put on the trophy. So now, Valiant, all you got to do is bring yourself and that big Southern heavyweight belt that you stole from me, Valiant. All you got to do, brother, is bring it out here and lay it down. So, Lance, no, let me tell you something. Right there lays my $5 grand, Daddy. Right there is $5 grand. You know, Lance, you got some pull here. Yeah, but you got some pull. You know, Lance, you've been here about a day longer than dirt anyway. So I know you got some pull, Daddy. That's what I'm saying. So if you can go back there and talk to Valiant, and if he's got the guts to get in the ring, we'll just lay it all on the line right now. I'm getting in the ring.
Why don't, hey, listen, come on, Tommy. No, hey, come on, you've already had your match. Jimmy's got another match in there. Now,
just get out of the ring. We'll do it. No, come on. I'm sure the promoters will get it somewhere down the line. That doesn't have anything to do with it. Hey, listen, come on, Tommy. You don't need it. Jim. You don't need to respond to him. Let's wait and get your opponent in here, and we'll get it on some other
I understand that the wallflower wants some action, baby. Woo! How you doing, Brody? How you doing, baby? Here's my belt right here, baby. Lancer, guard that money with your life. I'm going up here. Won't take long. We're going to get 4 or 5 hot old ladies, me and you and Brownie. We're going to go out on the town. We're going to rock and roll right here in Memphis, baby.
Come on, hey, Jim. Well, I don't know. I guess Jimmy came out, put it up. The referee says ring the bell. Handsome Jimmy Valiant, long before he ever got in the ring, and Rich comes off of it. The referee telling Hart to sit down as Tommy Rich brought his money out here, challenged Handsome Jimmy to a match. Jimmy came out, already. He got him before he ever got in the ring. Busted him open, Dave.
And Hart holding him from outside. Rich busted him and got him open.
But in typical fashion, Rich, with Jimmy unsuspecting as he was coming up on the ring apron, Rich glommed him before he ever got in there. Count of 1, 2, 3. I don't know. No. Referee says it's official. Yeah. Now you know that ain't right.
There it is, Lance.
Yeah, I see it. Hey, come on.
Everybody see me, Daddy. I did it for you, ladies. You know I ain't found no ladies in Memphis. But I flew 3 of mine in, and I'm taking the belt home to her. Thank you, Lance.
As was explained at the beginning of the program, the TV champion will be determined right here today. All of these guys in here for a battle royal, and the winner of the battle royal will be the TV champion. And then he's going to be defending that championship when he defends it right here on TV. All right. There is a TV, which is part of the prize, which goes to the TV champion.
We can hide behind this one.
Yes, sir. I tell you. Hope we don't have to. Hope it all stays in the ring up there.
It'll be some, pardon me.
Just trying to count how many people in there. Looks like 7 folks in there already, and more are due to be here for this championship match.
As old Jimbo.
Here comes a bunch more. Tommy Rich, Bobby Eaton, Buddy Wayne, Big Guy Mitchell, Roger Kirby, Bill Irwin. I don't really know how we're going to do official introductions. We'll just kind of have to let you know who all is there.
Just give off the names, on each side. Start over here, and then we'll go to the other side. There's no way to make the official introductions, I think, any other way, Dave.
Okay, let's see. Let's start with Tommy Rich, Bobby Eaton, Buddy Wayne, Danny Davis, Dr. Bill Irwin, Big Guy Mitchell, and Roger Kirby. And then on the other side of the ring, there's Handsome Jimmy Valiant, Rick Morton, Ken Lucas, Tojo Yamamoto, Bill Dundee, Coco Ware, and David Price. Let's see, I don't think I missed anybody there.
No, that's it.
All right, and we are about ready to get it going here.
Okay, referee Jerry Calhoun says, get in here, Tommy Rich, and we're ready. Bell time, and here we go. Rich is still standing on the outside of the ring. Dundee kind of jars him back to his senses there as... no, I wouldn't say that. It makes pretty good sense to stay out of that action as long as you can. The winner of this will be our Championship Wrestling TV champion. He will get with it not only a substantial cash prize, which goes to the winner of the Battle Royal in any event, but in addition to that, he'll receive this big, lovely television set, which will be symbolic of the fact that he is the TV champion. Look at Rich hanging out on the side over there.
Well, David Price tried to pull him into the ring, but Rich hanging back away from the action right now.
Referee Jerry Calhoun telling Rich if he doesn't get into the action in there, he's going to count him right out of it, and he won't even be involved in the TV championship. Big Guy Mitchell, you see, with his back up against the ropes.
All right, Rich is gone. Referee has counted Tommy Rich out.
Got tired of the prima donna attitude, and the referee counted Tommy Rich out of it. So eliminate one Tommy Rich, the AWA Southern Heavyweight champ, from the competition in this Championship Wrestling TV Championship. Kenny Lucas.
Big Guy Mitchell is out. Lucas had him.
Yes, this is, by the way, we didn't make the announcement, Dave. It is a pin elimination. Not over the top rope and pin. It is a pin elimination. That's Buddy Wayne and David Price directly in front. Dr. Bill Irwin going after the superstar. In behind, Kenny Lucas and Danny Davis. That's Rick Morton just coming at you. Handsome Jimmy back over in the left-hand corner in the middle of the fray.
That's Buddy Wayne, just been eliminated. Yeah, Buddy Wayne out.
Buddy Wayne will not be our TV champion. Count of what? On Lucas, I couldn't tell. 2 count. No. Kenny was eliminated. It was a 3 count. Lucas. There's Bill Dundee with the help of Tojo Yamamoto, and David Price goes by the board. So he lost about 3 members there. Very, very quick. Bobby Eaton nails Bill Dundee. Eaton, but Dundee is right over by the ropes. You'll never get a count out of that. Roger Kirby, we haven't seen Roger, the Nature Boy, in quite some time. He is back over working on Ricky Morton. Dundee, 2, 3. The count goes on Bobby Eaton. Bobby eliminated. Handsome Jimmy with Dr. Bill Irwin. Down goes Irwin. Jimmy, 1, 2, 3, got him. Dr. Bill eliminated from the action. Bill Dundee, Danny Davis on top of him with some help. I don't know, I wasn't watching that, but Dundee, a real surprise. He's out of it. Rick Morton dropped with that atomic drop. Coco Ware. And every man for himself as Rick Morton is eliminated in there. And boy, one thing about the Battle Royal is with the number of people who are in there, Danny Davis, Coco Ware, back in the corner, Nature Boy, and Tojo Yamamoto, Handsome Jimmy joins in. You'll find some strange bedfellows to get rid of participants in there because there is only one winner. Bear that one in mind. And the winner will be the new TV champion.
Davis had a cover on Coco Ware, but did not make it stick.
In the corner,
Tojo.
Nature Boy eliminated by Roger Kirby. Double team on Kirby by Ware and Handsome Jimmy. Double pin, 2, 3, and that did it. Now we are down to, and this is the interesting thing I think, Davey, about Battle Royal. You would not on the front end of it, had it been a straight one-on-one match, expected Davis and Coco Ware to have been in there with Handsome Jimmy. Handsome, yeah. Look at here. He went around behind. He's got the full Nelson. Coco. Oh, Davis jumped. Ducks down. There's the cover on Handsome Jimmy. He's out of it. That's going to leave Danny Davis and Coco Ware. We're down to just 2 men. Coco nails Davis in the midsection. 2, 3. How about that? Whoa! Coco Ware. As Handsome Jimmy was nailed by Coco when Danny Davis ducked. And a very jubilant young fella, Coco Ware, would have been one of the very last, not to say anything about it, if we can get Coco over here. Jim, can you wait a minute? We want to get the new champion over here. Sensational. Coco Ware as he came in. Wait just a second, Jimmy. We'll get to it in a minute. Coco, congratulations, man. I got to tell you. Jimmy,
shut up, Danny! You make me sick, Russell! You mean to tell me this punk This young 30-day wonder, this boy that's been wrestling for 6 months, you mean this punk is a TV champion?
That's the way it goes, Jimmy. You were right down to the last 3. Coco ended up, he's the one that got his hand raised, and he is our new championship wrestling champion.
Shut up! You're sickening, Russell, and you're sickening, Coco Ware. You're nothing but a punk. Did he win this TV?
He won the championship prize, he won the television set, and he is the new TV champion again. You did, yeah. Hey, come on, Jim. Hey, come on, come on. Hey, listen, you got down to the last
television right here.
This is the television. Give it to Coco. It belongs to him now. It was just one of those things that Coco wears.
Coco Ware! Why don't you take this home and play with it, baby?
Come on, Jimmy. Hey, Jim. Come on, Jimmy. Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy. That beat, and that's all it was to it. What a lousy thing to do. Bill Dundee and Rick Morton coming in. Jimmy just kind of obviously had his mind set on it. Ken Lucas over with Coco Ware. Bill Dundee and Rick Morton trying to get Jimmy back. Coco. Mash it all up. That doesn't change it, though, Coco. You did win it. They can't take that away from you. That's handsome Jimmy. So much for one television set in it. You know, I think Jimmy was just geared up in there. That was a lousy thing to do, though, because regardless of how it happened, the young guy went through it, and the rules were established, and the person that came out of it. Coco Ware is our TV champ. He can't change that.
That's right.
And what a lousy thing. Okay, we're going to take time out here, and we'll be back in just a minute. Okay. Well, we got most of it cleaned up, not all of it. Pardon me, we want to again reiterate that Coco Ware, that was really a lousy thing. Jimmy must have had his mind set so high on it. That,
you know, Lance,
but that's terrible. I mean, he broke the young kid's heart, comes out here and destroys a TV set like that.
But this doesn't change one thing. Coco Ware is our TV champion. Championship Wrestling is going to find handsome Jimmy, has found him. $500 for his action here, and the $500 be taken and to replace the TV set for Coco Ware.
Good move. Good move. I'm glad to hear that, Eddie.
We don't condone what happened whatsoever.
Well, I feel sorry for Coco because it was a big moment for him to become the Championship Wrestling TV champion. But sometimes
he's a still champion. That doesn't change.
That's right. Doesn't change that.
Now, Lance, I got something that's it's very unusual to take place, but it's a lady here that I've known her most of my adult life. She did a remarkable job raising 2 boys virtually on her own. And like all parents, she's had problems time again, you know, with the boys. She's got one big problem now, and it's with one of her sons. And she called me, and she said if we would grant her just a minute or so on TV, that she thought it would really help straighten out one of the problems. And I want to bring out here now, I think it's the least I could do to help a parent and a mother straighten out a big problem. And I'd like to bring out Peggy Rich.
Okay, this is Tommy's mother. We had an opportunity to talk to her a little bit earlier. And Peggy, welcome to Championship Wrestling. I know it's an unusual situation. I understand completely your request of Eddie to have the opportunity to come out here.
And I would like to ask the studio audience, regardless of what you feel about Tommy personally, please show the courtesy to listen to a mother as if it were your own mother. And so, Peggy, we're delighted to have you here.
Thank you, Lance. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for having me out and letting me try to get across to the people that I do have a problem. Tommy's not the bad guy that he appears to be. I know that Tommy is in the dressing room and is probably seeing me, and it's quite embarrassing to him, I'm sure. But you listen hard, Tommy. It's been rough for me. I was proud of you. I'm still proud of you, and these people are too. I'd like to just give you a little rundown on Tommy's career. He started out in Jerry Jarrett's basement, and it was a hard road for Tommy. And he wanted to be accepted. He wanted to be a star. And I thought he was. Well, one day he came in and he said, Mama, the time has come that I think I've got to leave. He said, I need to go other territories and make a name for myself. And then when I come back home, the people here will realize I'm a star. So he left. He went to Atlanta, and it was one of the saddest days of my life. I went to Atlanta many times and saw him, and he wrestled in Atlanta. He wrestled in Madison Square Garden. He went to Hawaii. He's been everywhere. Then one day he called me and he said, Mama, I'm ready to come home. And I was, needless to say, I was proud.
I know you were.
It was really a boost to me. He came back, and the first week he was back, he came to Memphis and wrestled. I didn't come. But he came home, and he wasn't the same Tommy. He sat around, he moped, he was despondent. This went on for 2 or 3 days. And finally one night I sat down and I said, Tommy, what's wrong? I said, there's something wrong, and I think we need to talk about this. And he said, Mama, I'm not accepted. He said, I went away. I thought I made a name for myself. He said, I came back home, and he said, the people didn't like me. He said, I wasn't what they wanted. And I tried to talk to him, and it didn't seem to do any good at all. And he said, one way or the other, Mama, they're going to accept me. They're going to know that Tommy Rich is back. And I want all the people to know, when he comes out here and he brags about being the tough guy, and he's not that. That's not Tommy, not at all. And I feel like the only way that Tommy can ever know that he is accepted is by the fans wanting, cheering him, and letting him know they're behind him. That's the only way I know that Tommy will ever be what Tommy used to be. And I think the fans know that we want Tommy back like he was.
Okay, Jim.
Russell!
Hey, come on,
I'm
Jimmy.
sick and tired of listening to this big fat slob!
Hey, come on, Jimmy. Now, there's no excuse in that.
Lady!
You made a fool of yourself.
Listen at me, Grandma! I can't help how your son turned out! I can't help it, baby! He probably turned out just like you! Hey, if you can't control your boy, all my people in the South, they love Handsome Jimmy, and they don't love Tommy Rich, and they don't love you. You have no business being here.
Save it for later, Jim.
What do you mean, save it for later, brother? She has no business being here. Tommy Rich has no business being here. Ask for nothing, Lance. You shut up, Daddy, and you shut up, too, baby.
Come on, Tommy. Come on, you guys. Break it up. Get it separated, Kojo. Hey, yeah. Come on, Jim. Okay, there's no excuse in that now. Come on, Peggy, you better get back here, huh? Come on, Peggy. Get back out of the way. All right, hey, come on. Now that absolutely... Come on, you guys. Knock it off with this stuff now. Hey, come on, Eddie. Get somebody out of here. Watch it, Peggy. Here. Come on, just stay back. Come on, Kojo. Come on, now, just get on out of here. Get him out of here, Bill. Yeah. Just get him on out of here. No excuses. Okay. Yeah. See if you can get Peggy on out of here. We'll get somebody else. Yeah. They'll get Tommy out.
What happened to him?
Okay.
Where the hell was y'all at when I needed y'all,
okay,
man?
Tommy. Hey, get him back in the back now. Go get the face taken care of. All right. Hey, come on.
You let her come out here. I've worked my brains out for you, man. I've worked myself to death for you. You're the Southern heavyweight champion because of me. You made a fool out of yourself because you let your own fat mother do it, man.
No, let me tell you something, man.
Come on.
Don't you ever, and I mean don't you ever, Hart, say nothing about my mama again, brother. And as far as I'm concerned, Daddy, we're through, Jack.
Let's go. Hey.
Don't you dare do it, man. You made your choice. You want to be with scum like that, Jack? Well, you be with scum.
Tommy, go get it cleaned up.
Your mama said
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's just take a break here, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Yeah, just never mind. Just... Okay, we're going to be back in the ring for the TV championship match with Koko Ware in his first defense. But right now, Eddie Marlin has got something to say. Koko, good to see you today. We're going to look forward to your first defense here.
You know, Lance, last week I said we was finding Jimmy Valiant. Was going to take the money and get another TV set for Koko. Koko, I just want to tell you that we're proud that you're our TV champion. Here's your TV. You can carry it home with you and enjoy it.
Thank you very much, Ed. Thank you,
Okay, good luck to you, Koko. We've got your TV set over here, and we'll be looking forward to you having it, as I know that you really will be, too, after the unfortunate incident to the TV set last week. Okay, we're getting ready for the first. This is a very first, David, a TV championship defense. Let's have the official introduction.
All right, it's going to be a one-fall 15-minute time limit match. Is that correct? One fall, 15 minutes, the overall time limit. Introducing first the challenger with its manager, Jimmy Hart, on the left of your screen there from Huntsville, Alabama, 227 pounds, beautiful Bobby Eaton. Going against him, the championship wrestling TV champion with the title on the line, from Union City, Tennessee, 218 pounds, Koko Ware. Koko Ware will be defending the title. There's Koko on the right of your screen there. One fall, 15-minute time limit, referee Paul Morton.
Okay, we're ready to go. The TV time set according to the TV, and Koko in defense here against Bobby Eaton.
Bobby Eaton over to his corner for a conference with manager Jimmy Hart. Koko Ware. Oh, come on, Jimmy.
Let's go! Let's go!
Come on, Jim, get out of here.
He will never watch this television. He's supposed to be. He will
Okay, Dave, I'm going to talk to Eddie.
Yeah. Back to the action. Koko Ware. Oh, went in too quick. Bobby Eaton caught him with the feet. Eaton held onto the rope.
And broke Koko's TV set, and he was fine. Evidently, it didn't sink into his thick head, and he come out here and broke this one now. Handsome Jim is suspended as of right now. He's through in this area, and I'll let you know who's going to take his place in his match. But he's through.
Okay. I don't know, Dave, whether you could hear that with the noise in here, but
Valiant
Eddie Marlin.
suspended, right?
Yes, Valiant, he's going to let us know who will take his place in the towns in a little bit.
All right. Bobby Eaton with a face lock on Koko Ware. Now a chokehold by Eaton. Coco's TV title on the line. Coco broke it up, but Eaton comes roaring back with a foot.
Your TV champion don't look very big now, does he?
Oh, come on, Jimmy. He won that championship in a battle royal. Bobby Eaton, upper part of the arm. 2 minutes, 15 seconds gone. Coco being worked on pretty good by Bobby Eaton. Eaton with the face lock and more. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark. TV championship being defended by Coco Ware against the challenger Bobby Eaton. Eaton, a former Mid-America champion. Coco's first championship and his first defense of that title right here. Bobby Eaton hanging on to the headlock. Coco trying to battle his way back to his feet. He is on his feet. Coco goes for the rope. Shoulder butt. Eaton goes down. Eaton trips him up. Ooh. Falls with the elbow. Covered. 1. Count of 2, and Coco kicks out of it. Bobby grabs the face lock again. 4 minutes, 10 seconds gone. 4 minutes, 10 seconds gone in this match. Bobby Eaton looking on Coco. Jimmy Hart's got referee Paul Morton distracted. Eaton pull it tight. And that's Coco Ware on the mat again. Five minutes gone, 10 minutes left to wrestle in this championship match. Coco Ware in defense of his title. He's coming back. But not for long, as Bobby Eaton puts him right back on the mat, right back into the face lock.
With a big double handful of hair.
Referee apparently spotted the fact that hole was down across the throat there for a moment anyway. He made Eaton break it. Eaton broke it quickly and then right back to a face lock. Coco trying to battle his way out of it. Been tied up by Eaton for a long time. And again, he's back into the hole. We're coming up on the 6-minute mark.
Hart having a verbal battle with referee Paul Morton. Hart, I think, was saying that Coco had given it up. And the referee said he hadn't told me anything.
Eaton with a knee lift. Bobby Eaton pretty well in control, at least for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Coco into the rope, ducks under, Last Eaton. Coco bunt. Coco Ware with a cover. One count is all he gets. Eaton broke out of it. Back on his feet. Coco with a forearm. Put him right back on the mat. Backs him into a corner. Drag across the ring. And with a drop kick. And another. And a cover by Coco. Count is one. Jimmy Hart gets in there, taking the cane. He calls for the bell. Referee Paul Morton has disqualified Bobby Eaton. Coco after Hart. Bobby Eaton gets him from behind. Look out. Eaton with a walking stick. Starts pounding on Coco while Bobby Eaton's holding him up there. Hart passes the stick to Bobby Eaton. Hart and Eaton both working on Coco. Here comes Robert Gibson. Robert chases him out of the ring and out of the wrestling area. Coco's hand raised, 7 minutes, 5 seconds. Disqualification on Eaton and Hart.